everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Hey there, guys. How's everyone doing? It has been a crazy day. Holy crap. And then trying to keep up with everything that's been going on in this crazy case. There's been so much going on today. Now, I haven't checked in like the last 30 minutes or so that I could get ready. But, yeah. It's been some crazy stuff. Super crazy stuff. Oh, let me put the thingies on. Now, I did see something yesterday about that. That's why I'm like really confused about what might be going on in the case. There were some movement yesterday, late yesterday, in the Facebook groups and stuff about the IP addresses like coming out and people checking them. And at like that point in time, there was $5.8 million transferred into it, but they couldn't verify it. And of course, there's like no verification of like anything at all, but it was paid after the deadline. We still don't have any information on where she is. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Plus there was like a new note today. We're on day 11. There's a lot of stuff happening. That's why I wanted to go ahead and go live, go through everything that I have been bookmarking throughout the day in between doing all the indexing and all the other editing, but also Plunder True Crime. Y'all guys know who she is. Posted some dispatch audio about an hour, 3 hours or so ago. I grabbed some of that. I grabbed like the last the last 12-ish or so minutes of it, because it's like the actual dispatch audio, but it's pre them detaining the Carlos guy. Yeah, it was pre-detaining the Carlos guy, and it's talking about their surveillance, what they're looking at, the type of vehicle. The vehicle that we were told in like articles and stuff from everything that happened last night in the middle of the night was that it was a silver Nissan Rogue, but in the dispatch, they're chasing down a white Nissan Murano, and it's the dude and it's a chick with him, and they're talking about two phones, and one was being unlocked, and this person went through and saw this on this person's phone and asking if they have the email available so they can explain what they're doing there, and watching these people bring something inside of the building and chasing a ping that's coming from inside the vehicle. It's some interesting audio. So I grabbed the pieces that were the ending of it that were important, and I upped the audio, re-downloaded it the way I do for everything, and we're going to listen to that and see what's going on. Yeah, I'll cover WSU's response when I see it. I haven't seen it today. I haven't even looked for anything with Idaho because I've been working on the other thing. Now I did see y'all talking about that in chat earlier, and I checked my sources and I don't see the document. I know that there is stuff going on with moving it to the federal courts, but did they file a response? I haven't checked the actual paperwork. I haven't checked the websites today. But I did check Sarah D. Irish's Twitter account as soon as I saw you guys talking about that in the chat while the thingy mobber was going, and I didn't see her post anything. So I'm going to check. Oh my God. I'm going to check the websites when we get off of here and see what it is. Yeah, I'll check it. I'll put a note right here to check it. I haven't even bothered. I check the case of interest website every day. I actually checked it like 4 times today because we're still waiting on stuff. And, you know, the responses from the state was sealed, or was it the defense? One of the two was sealed the other day, and we're still waiting. But I didn't check that. I did not check that. So I will check for the WSU response when we get off of here. Something from the court's better than nothing from the court, I guess. But I'll definitely check it out. Kathy NG Zone. Does she show like the document so that I can see what she's looking at? I'll just go find it. I know where it's at. I'll just go find it. There's like 3 different websites I go on to get these things. So I'll look for it afterwards, and I'll post it in the community tab. What else was I going to say? Okay. Put one in the chat. Do what? No way. I'll check. I'll open my email here in just a second while we're live. They're threatening to sue the plaintiffs back. Oh, that'll be an interesting read. Yeah, that'll be an interesting read. See, now we have to add this, and we have to add Scott, the co-owner of 1122's interview, to the list of stuff that we still need to do. I wish there was more of me. Just not enough. They threatened to sue them back. I mean, look, the damn lawsuit's full of lies. The lawsuit's full of lies. The day that it came out, we went live and went through all of it and could tell the lies live. No thought needed. That's wild. That'll be interesting. Okay, well, thank y'all for letting me know that, because I sure didn't check for WSU stuff today until I saw you guys talking about it. So we will definitely talk about it here soon. Okay, so we're going to go over some of the stuff that I bookmarked before we start looking at the dispatch audio, to give it over there a little bit more time after she posted it before we start looking at it. I want to go through the interviews and all of the confusion that's been going on, because holy shit. Put a one in the chat if you guys have Twitter. Because I don't know how crazy it got on TikTok or on Facebook or like anywhere else. Because honestly, I just look on Twitter because it's the fastest, and I don't have time to watch videos for information. I need to like see what I need to see and go do my research and do what I need to do without spending 20 minutes looking for it being talked about. Okay, did y'all see all of the Carloses that were being shared yesterday? Oh my God, did y'all see all the mini Carloses? Holy shit, there was like 6 different Carloses that were being shared. And there was this one girl, I don't understand how some of these people have so many followers, because they're all just so low IQ. It's not even a joke. There's this one chick, she had like 400 and something thousand followers, and she was posting who she thought was the Carlos guy, and also pictures of like a white guy, and putting them all together in the same post and saying that it was the same person. And then me and multiple people were saying, these aren't even the same man. Like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, it's a junior and a senior. They're the same freaking age males. What are you talking about? And so people were just like, oh my God, 6 Carloses. 6 Carloses everywhere. 6 Carloses, skinny Carloses, tall Carloses, young Carloses, old Carloses all over the place. It was crazy. I was counting them. I was sending screenshots to my homeboy. I was like, look how many Carloses are everywhere. It was so bad. Oh, I hate it. Oh, remember we had that happen in this case? Remember we had it happen in Idaho? Like, even I shared the wrong guy's picture for all of like 3 minutes. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, wrong dude, and took it down. And for like days and days, it took forever for people to clean that up, because we went to this guy in like the Poconos. He was like a blonde haired dude. I completely remember all of that. But we had 6 Carloses. They were everywhere. Carloses were raining everywhere. So then I saw, and that's the one I'm trying to go to in my bookmarks. I saw the original interview from when the wrong Carlos, which, guys, let's talk about that for just like 2 seconds while I'm scrolling. Do y'all really think he's the wrong person? And I know, I look, I don't know what to think. This man's mouth area looks like the person in the video. His body type is about the same. And I'm going to show you a piece of the very beginning of Plunder's video before I play what I did to the dispatch audio. I don't know if she does her own editing or if she has somebody else do her editing, but she put some pieces together of the interview that he did in his blue collar top shirt in front of the door, and the video footage from the person. And like when this dude is like putting his head down, like it's the same curvature, like in the neck, in the way that everything curves. He's got very similar, like it's very similar. His eyes, everything except there's like no tattoo as far as I can tell, like on the wrist area. And to me, that's important because in the video, you can see portions of like under this piece where the glove and like there's like a little bit of skin that shows. And it looks like there's like a tattoo. And a lot of people think that it could be like the bottom of a cross or something like that. And this guy's wrists are clean. That's like the only thing saving him right now, because it's super important to know that. Unless we're mistaken about what we're seeing on the wrist, but his wrists are clean. Everything about him is like this guy. Isn't it right? She does her own stuff because nobody want to be around her. That's horrible. I'm sure a lot of people can say the same about me, though, for real. That's so funny. Except my kids. My kids don't ever leave me the freaking alone, bro. I can't be in here working for the 5 minutes, which I'm not complaining. But I think it's interesting that like people think that I'm such like this asshole. But then like my kids, my kids hated me. They'd be trying to stay away from me as much as possible, and I can't breathe. They want to be in my office 24/7. Yeah, he's a delivery driver. Okay, so that's the thing. I know. See, but see, ooh, the cleared thing. Okay, that's why I want to go to the original interview. Because he talked to this guy named Ford something or other right before he like got into a car. Like he left from being detained, and before he got into the vehicle, the guy stopped him right here. This is the one that I want to listen to. Oh, is it the whole thing? I want the whole thing. Okay, it's right here. I'm going to get this whole thing going because he says something about how Pima County cleared him, but the FBI didn't. He says that to this dude right here. But then he also says when he's in front of his house, and this is like the weird part, when he says it in front of his house, he says they never asked him any questions. That they held him this whole time. They didn't read him his Miranda rights for like 2 hours. Then they didn't ask him anything. They searched the house, they searched the vehicles, and then they just let him go. That's wild. That's crazy. So let me go ahead and get this like going, because it's taking forever to freaking load. We're going to listen to this. Okay, it's 4 minutes. This is the original one. Yeah, being clear doesn't mean much. And when we listen to this dispatch, it's going to be interesting to get you guys' opinion on it because I don't know a lot. Like I know some about crypto. Like I said, I got into crypto when like right before, was it like right at the beginning of the pandemic or right before the pandemic took off being so crazy? But it was the AMC GameStop stuff and then the Dogecoin and all that other stuff. I got into crypto then, but it was never like anything crazy. Like I used like Robinhood, like I was never serious, but I learned about some of it. So I have like cold wallets and like doing stuff offline and like the way that it works online for the most part. But when it comes to like being able to trace stuff, as far as I understand, everything in crypto is completely traceable. Even if you try to hide it, there's always ways to end up tracing it because everything has to have some sort of paper trail. And even though they say that like sending stuff is done with like, instantly, if you're trying to transfer it out of a brokerage account into another brokerage account or take it from your bank account, or take it from your brokerage account into your bank account, I have never, and I've honestly used a whole lot more than Robinhood because there was a lot of like sign up bonuses that you could do and stuff like that back then where you would get like a $50 bonus and it'd be like, basically be like just like free money to sign up on all these different apps. I was chasing all kinds of little bonuses and stuff back then around the pandemic because I was bored. This is when I learned how to coupon and do all kind of stuff right after I had my son, right pre-pandemic. I was chasing all that stuff. So I know how like long it takes. It takes like definitely overnight. A lot of them are not instant. So, I mean, I don't know what they were going to plan on doing with it. I don't know how it works these days. I don't know if they can think that they're just going to like take it out and cash it out or like what they think they're going to do. Because to me, the way that Bitcoin has like evolved over the past like 5 years or so, it's just as traceable and just as like, oh, you're going to get caught regardless as cash at this point. Like they've figured it all out at this point. So I don't really know what the whole point of this was, other than it maybe being a ruse, because a lot of people don't even think that the ransom is real. And I understand because nothing about the ransom came out until after it was asked about in a press conference. And the same day that it was asked about in a press conference, holy shit, here comes a ransom to TMZ of all freaking people, which is still just crazy to me. Like, why TMZ other than the bullshit? And then, of course, TMZ gets another note today, early this morning before 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, saying that they want 1 Bitcoin, which is also kind of dumb because it fluctuates like literally on every second it changes. They want 1 Bitcoin to tell them who the kidnapper is because they have that information, but that they're like not offering anything to prove that they have that information. This whole thing just sounds like a whole bunch of games. Like honestly, just a whole bunch of stupid freaking games. And then the video comes out, they detain the wrong guy, and now they're finding gloves and shit like in places they should have searched a long time ago. Oh my god, like the grid searches and shit are crazy too. 1 Bitcoin right now, let me see what the current price of Bitcoin is. Let's see. It's at $67,455 at this current. No, as of this, no. I guess it's current because the time zone it's given me is 3:49 a.m. UTC and it's 9:49 p.m. right now in Texas. So yeah, this is the current It's $67,455 as of right now. And it's fluctuated a lot because on January 14th, just of this year, it was at $97,503. Okay. And a month ago, it was at 77,000. No, back in April 8th of 2028. So say that I had enough money to buy a Bitcoin for my birthday last year and I popped that damn thing in there and decided to sell it on October 6, 2025, whenever it was at $125,000, I would have made 50K flipping one Bitcoin. I cannot believe how much Bitcoin has become. Yeah, back on October 6, 2025, it was $125,251.28 for one freaking Bitcoin. My God. Crypto is insane. Crypto is insane. This is just wild. I just don't even really know what to think. And that's like the consensus pretty much everywhere is nobody really just knows what to think. Okay, I want you to listen to this guy. This is the original interview. This is him. He comes out from where they were keeping him. This dude catches him right before, it looks like right before he gets into a vehicle because it looks like a door is going to be going to open and that you can see sort of like hazarded lights are on from him getting picked up. And this is the very first thing this guy has to say. So I'm going to play this while I put a banner up. Let me know if you can hear this okay.
Kidnapping, which I don't know what's going on.
So what, how did this, said, what happened?
They arrested me for kidnapping, which I don't know what's going on.
So what, how did this?
I'm from Rio Rico, as you can see, and the Pima County Sheriffs.
And so what, how did this all start? How did they stop you here? You were driving here?
Yeah,
or
my wife was driving.
Your wife was driving?
Wife was driving.
And once I saw they were following me, I pulled over. They didn't even have to put a traffic stop or anything. I got off the car. And they arrested me as soon as I got out the car. They didn't even tell me what was going on until the detectives got here like 2 hours before I got arrested. And then the detectives got here. It was the FBI agent in Santa Cruz County. And they told me I was being detained for kidnapping. And I asked them, like, well, kidnapping of who? And they told me this lady, I don't know her name. And
Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, that's her. And I told them I work in Tucson for GLS. I might have delivered a package to your house, but I never kidnapped anybody. They hold me for
GLS. Okay, I want to see what that is. GLS delivery service. Partial delivery service through GLS. See, I've heard of DHL, but I haven't heard of whatever the frick did I just say? GLS. This is it right here. So I wonder if he could have been the person who actually dropped off her Amazon package, because the Amazon package was obviously dropped off after that camera footage, because it's not in the camera footage. Interesting. Okay.
From like 4 to right now.
So it was about 4 o'clock and they're holding you to right now. So after midnight, did they tell you anything? I mean, you're in the back of the truck.
They didn't tell me anything until right now. Like I said, like the beginning, they answered they wanted me to answer their questions. Like where I was, what hours and all that, and I answered the questions.
See, okay, so this is why I wanted to listen to both of these interviews. So here he says that they asked him a whole bunch of questions and he was answering all the questions, but then whenever he does the interview later in the teal shirt, he goes, "Oh, they didn't ask me anything and just searched all the vehicles and then let me go." That's not true, apparently. They asked him stuff.
Right now, all they told me is that I'm free to go.
So do you know, had you heard of, and Danny, do you want us to come closer to you here? So we'll just walk, sorry, I just want to clear this up because they're making a big stick.
Okay. What's your name, brother? Carlos.
Carlos?
Yeah.
I'm Ford. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah. And Carlos, do you mind sharing your last name?
Nah,
no, you're good?
Yeah.
So Carlos. So walk me through it. They had you here. I know you just said it. Had you heard of Nancy Guthrie before tonight?
Never until today.
Never until today.
Yeah.
So
I didn't. They told me I watched the news and I Googled her number or her name and I proved it to me, and they couldn't prove it to me. Like they didn't have no it was insufficient evidence. Like they only had a phone on me. That's all they had. And
one more time. What did he say?
So do you know? Had you heard of? And Danny, do you want us to come closer to you here? So we'll just walk. Sorry, I just want to clear this up because they're making a big stick.
Okay. What's your name, brother? Carlos.
Carlos?
Yeah.
I'm Ford. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah. And Carlos, do you mind sharing your last name?
Nah,
no, you're good?
Yeah.
So Carlos. So walk me through it. They had you here. I know you just said it. Had you heard of?
That's weird. That's weird. Just because somebody's address is out there doesn't mean like you should be sending stuff to their house as a stranger. That's creepy. Sorry. That's creepy.
Of Nancy Guthrie before
Nah,
tonight?
Never until today.
Never until today.
Yeah.
So
I didn't. They told me I watched the news and I googled her number or her name and I prove it to me, and they couldn't prove it to me. Like they didn't have no.
They're trying to say that he Googled the case and he said to prove it to him, and they didn't have the actual history to prove that he had searched up Nancy Guthrie. Okay.
It was insufficient evidence. Like they only had a phone on me. That's all they had. And supposedly I was at her house, but like I said, I work delivering packages to Julez. I might have delivered a package to her house.
but didn't kidnap anybody?
No.
So what's going through your head when they're telling you kidnapped somebody?
Shit, bro. I'm facing life. I'm gonna lose everything.
And so they have all
He almost just sounded like he wanted to cry right there. He almost sounded like he wanted to cry when he just said that. I'm going to lose everything. That was interesting. So that's
Sufficient
great.
evidence. Like they only had a phone on me. That's all they had. And supposedly I was at her house, but like I said, I work delivering packages to Julez. I might have delivered a package to her house.
It's
didn't kidnap
GLS.
anybody?
Mark.
No.
So what's going through your head when they're telling you kidnapped somebody?
Shit, bro. I'm facing life. I'm gonna lose everything.
And so they have all this, they detain you.
Okay, well, that's additional information that should have been included. Okay, so she spoke to them, but then it's not creepy. If she just randomly sent it because the address is out there, that's freaking creepy. But if she spoke to him and she's trying to help him get a lawyer or whatever she's doing for some reason or another, then I guess that's fine.
You're here for hours, and what did they just tell you?
That I'm free to go.
Free to go.
Yeah. And,
She did? Okay.
Pima County, they already cleared me, but the FBI, they might not or something like that. I don't know. I'm still like.
So Pima County's let you go. They said the FBI may be in contact with you or something like
They
that.
didn't say something like that. They just the detective in charge right here. I don't remember his name. He told me that they're not looking into me no more, but somebody else might.
Okay.
Good question. I don't know.
Obviously, you said
That's
you
wild
hadn't
to me,
followed this
especially
news.
if
This
it's
is
a
big,
local spot.
major news. It's Nancy Guthrie, who's
right now.
her daughter is Savannah Guthrie, who hosts the Today Show on NBC. So it's been big news. She's been missing for more than a week. So they have put out, the Pima County Sheriff's Department put out that they had detained a person of interest. And I guess that's you.
I guess so.
This guy smiles too much when he is in this situation. It's just odd. I don't know. Maybe it's a nervous thing in case he's really talking to a psycho kidnapper.
How do you feel about that? People are watching this all over. I mean,
I'm not happy.
I'll show you here. Look, this is what they put out earlier. He's just getting a shot.
South of Tucson. I was just stopped at South of Tucson.
So I guess south of Tucson is where you are here in Rio Rico.
I guess so.
And so yeah, that went out everywhere, and you see,
Mhm.
you know, they got all sorts of people talking about it.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm innocent. Don't let you know that.
Yeah,
I
that's
tell
just
you that. I didn't do anything. Like I said, I didn't even know what was going on until the FBI and the Pima County detective arrived, and they told me, "Well, you're being detained for kidnapping." And all of a sudden, they read me my Miranda rights. Now you're being under arrest. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
and now free to go.
Yeah, now I'm free to go.
Oh,
It
man,
is
what a
crazy.
night, huh?
Bro, tell me about it.
And your family's doing all right. You
Yeah.
got to see them.
Well, this is a thing though, guys. I'm also wondering what's going on with the girl. Did he mention anything whenever he did his interview with her about his chick? Because in the dispatch, they're talking about the girl being with him, and then also something about a female seeing something on somebody's unlocked phone. So I know you guys said that she did an interview with him. I did not know that. I don't go over there and watch it. I didn't look for him to be on YouTube. It's not really the best look. We've seen how this normally goes. But I will check that out too. Let me go ahead and write that down. But I'm obviously going to be taking this in the opposite direction of some of you guys, because I've listened to the dispatch audio and what they were looking at and what they were looking for from before they detained him. And I don't know if you guys have listened to that yet. It sounds like he did the interview with Lana way before this came out. Plunder dropped this about 3 hours ago. So we'll see how I feel after I listen to whatever he has to say on her channel. But I'd also like to see how you guys feel listening to that interview and then listening to the dispatch. Just to see y'all's thoughts.
Oh, they broke into my in-laws' house. Now we gotta go like to
Okay, that was it. No, he cuts off right there. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll check that out later. I want to also look at some of the clips of him talking outside of his house real quick, because I just want to hear what he is saying before we go and listen to the dispatch audio.
You don't watch the Today Show.
I don't follow the
Right.
I don't watch
You don't watch the Today Show.
No.
Oh, welcome, Twiggy. I didn't see this stuff. Welcome, Twiggy. Love you guys too. Thank you. Thanks for being here for so long.
This was a complete shock.
It was.
What
What kind
was-
of questions were they asking you?
Nothing. They didn't ask me no questions.
So they
Nothing,
just said,
nothing. They
so they
just sent
took
me in
it-
the car.
See, they didn't ask me any questions, but he just told the other guy that they asked him a bunch of questions. So I don't know if that means that like they didn't ask him any questions before they put him in the police car, or if he's backtracking what he said about them not asking anything while he was detained.
They investigated my car and this one, and that's it. They didn't ask me no questions, no nothing.
Did you get the other car back? Or they still have it?
No, it's right there.
Oh, they gave it back to you. So,
Yeah, it's like
and they said you can go home?
yeah.
And how did they treat like the people you were
See,
with?
that's
Your girl,
crazy.
your child?
Oh, I don't want to speak
Yeah,
about
not
that.
under.
So the kid was with them in the car? That's the first time I heard that. The kid was with them in the car when he got detained? Huh.
So, yep.
How's your family? They
Well, they're all
scared
in
everybody. I was gonna say
That's
they
my
scared
point.
everybody, huh?
Yeah, they're all in shock right
It's
now.
all like,
Wow.
it looks like him.
Yeah.
What did they do to the
They
house?
broke the doors. What else? The garage door in the back. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do now?
I'll try to clear my name. I didn't do anything.
Well,
Can you
this
tell
is
us
one
your
of
name
the-
again? And that's done. I mean, I hope.
Like the nervousness, I can't really say anything about the nervousness or even like the hand thing, because if this dude is completely innocent, he just got like shooken the shit out of in the middle of a high intensity ICE situation happening in the country right now, in front of his kids, with his wife, and now these cameras are all up in his face. I'm sure that I would be freaking the frick out too. So the hand movements and all the other stuff, I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm looking at the way that his body looks. I'm looking at his shape. I'm looking at the way that he moves. We don't know a voice. I'm looking at his lip shape because we don't really know if like the black stuff around the lips that we saw is fake or not to try to disguise. I'm looking at like physical traits that we know that we can actually look at and compare. Everything else, his voice, movements, when it comes to nervousness, I can't really say anything about.
They get the suspect, because I'm not it. They better do their job and find the suspect that did it so they can clear my name. And I'm done. Look at what I'm putting my family.
You're on
Not just
national
them,
news now.
Not just them. Even my parents in Tucson.
Right.
Yeah.
And your mother-in-law was worried.
So see, that's one thing I questioned listening to this. How close do his parents live to maybe Nancy's house or maybe even Annie's place, depending on like how close they are? Could be the geofence. Oh, look at that. The same way Brian's freaking pinging in all this vast amount of area with all of these different people that he could be seeing because they can't pinpoint exactly where. If it was some sort of just like geofence that they were trying to just pull information from, I'm curious if it may be his parents' location. But that's actually just an original thought. Everything changed after I listened to the dispatch audio. We'll get to that here in a few minutes.
About you, she was saying it doesn't look anything like
Yeah.
him.
See, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, what the fuck? Come
Why
on.
do you think they came here? Why did you think they came to you?
If I would have known that answer, I would have given it to you. But I don't.
So you have no idea what led them
No,
to
I
you.
do not.
Nothing. They didn't
Nothing.
give. They didn't say car make, a license, nothing.
Nada.
Carlos, ¿hablas español?
Los dos. Soy bilingüe.
Carlos, si nos puedes platicar en español para Telemundo Arizona, ¿qué fue lo que sucedió?
Pues me estaban acusando de secuestro, algo que yo no hice. Y me. ¿Eh? I'm done.
Okay.
What's your name?
Sorry, what's your name, sir?
And get in the
Carlos,
damn
en
house.
español, por favor.
Gracias.
I'm guessing.
Gracias.
I'm sure it was scary. See here. Okay, look, here's another clip.
Come on, what do you expect me to do, Johnny?
Oh, no. Okay, so here's one thing right here. this is odd, and I don't really know what to think about it unless like this chick just now went through like some camera footage. It's not even worth like listening to because it's not important enough that what's said in here. A neighbor came forward today and said that she saw a masked man in her backyard, but there's no details on when, if it was before, if it was after, the day of, none of that stuff. It's just people that were out there and caught that are listening to what she has to say. There's also a rumor that the neighbor or somebody found a mask in their yard or some shit like that. I can't find confirmation of that from anything. It might have popped up now in the past hour or so since the last time I checked. The one thing I do know that they said that they have found today is 2 black gloves within different areas of each other. Okay, so this one right here is the 911. Okay, a woman called in and said that she found a ski mask. There's an address. The addresses are, I could have sworn I saved it. Right here. So the address for the gloves are right here. If y'all want to look at the addresses, I'll put them right here. We'll listen to this call about the mask being found, but I would take it with a grain of salt because AI sucks. So we're just really looking at stuff that's going around in possibilities, I guess. But this is only 15 seconds.
Looks like the same 100 East First Avenue. Caller said she found a ski mask on the ground in the alley near her garage. Looks like the same mask the assailant was wearing in the Nancy Guthrie case. 100 East First Avenue.
See, that's the address for where this mask was apparently seen by this person. But again, the only thing that's being really reported by the authorities that are reporting stuff back to the news is just the 2 black gloves, because people are seeing all this stuff happening. They're seeing the gloves and everything being found because everyone. Okay, yeah, see, this is the same dispatch.
Caller said she found it.
That's not okay. This is not footage of them picking up a ski mask. If this is the footage that I think this is the footage of them picking up the glove. I don't think this is actually footage of them picking up a ski mask, because the footage should be showing us a house and an alleyway by a garage. So this dispatch is being played over footage that doesn't have anything to do with the audio.
100 East First Avenue. Caller said she found a ski mask on the ground in the alley near her garage. Looks like the same mask the assailant was wearing in the Nancy Guthrie case.
Yeah, this is a whole different location. I don't know why they put visuals on that. That's not for that. And so another thing that they did today is they went back to Nancy, the daughter's house. They went inside, grabbed a couple of things, put it in a paper bag, got some stuff from a plastic bag. They also checked the mail. Now, they also did some searching in both the neighborhoods again today, and there were reports that, I might have mentioned this part already, there were reports that they were physically looking for something that might have been thrown out of a window, so they were looking close to like roadways. So after listening to the dispatch audio, I'm really curious as to if they have a vehicle on camera and they have proof that something was actually thrown out of a window, because that was really, really specific. I saw a couple different people talking about it, tweeting it around, all the things. Again, law enforcement really isn't saying like too much about literally anything. And I don't know why in the actual shit they would not do any sort of press conference. That shit doesn't make any sense. They literally said that when something important happened, they were going to do a press conference. And to me, arresting the wrong man and having all this crazy shit happen is probably like super freaking important. You know, I'm just saying, you should probably have done a damn press conference. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's been poop. It really has been poop. Let me see. There was something that he posted, or maybe it was the feds. Okay. So this was from 10 hours ago. So this would have been around noon. This is from the FBI office in Phoenix. This morning, numerous FBI agents are conducting an extensive search along multiple roadways in the Catalina foothills area related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. We are asking the media and motorists to follow all traffic laws and to remain especially cautious when passing law enforcement personnel near the roadways. So this leads back to they must really believe that somebody threw something out of a window because they were going and searching roadways, like the grass areas next to the roadways, to see if they could find something. I don't know if they found anything. They haven't said anything. Let me look and see if Pima County has said anything. And then we're going to go and listen to the dispatch audio because there's some interesting stuff being said in this dispatch audio for sure. Okay, so that's a roadway thingy. And this is just them saying there's not going to be any press conferences. Okay, so this is a reason why a lot of people are questioning this guy. And look, the house that he's like doing an interview in front of is the same house that the mother-in-law was talking in front of. But even big news outlets, and put a 1 in the chat if you've heard this, even big news outlets are saying things like, law enforcement has not verified that this is the man that was detained last night, or that the detained person has been released. Have y'all guys heard that? I've heard that from like ABC, NBC. I've heard that from several different big media people today. And that's interesting because they haven't said anything. This is the last thing that they said. The subject is currently being questioned in connection to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. And then the next update, y'all heard it. Then the next update was, hey, we're searching along roadways in the Catalina Hills area where Nancy Guthrie went missing. They've never said anything and gave an update on if they released the person or what's going on, but it could be out of sheer embarrassment. Let's be serious. It could be out of sheer freaking embarrassment. I don't know. But that Ford guy stopped this dude right there as he was coming out of wherever they had him detained. That's where the media followed everything. Like people were following this all over the place. So the guy would, in my personal opinion, would not have all of the information that he has about everything that was going on and all the details and be at all the same locations if he's a different guy. So I don't know why they're doing that. It's a bit crazy to me. I don't know what's going on. Well, thank you for being here for 6 months, Rachel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad that people recognize that because we sure try our damnedest. Hey there, Dago. Thank you for the 5. Well, thank you for being here. You could be on your own channel doing your own thing, but you are here instead. I won't blame you if you go to your own, though. There's a bunch of crazy shit going on in this case. This case is crazy. Okay. I want to show you guys what I was talking about with what Plunder put together. Just the very beginning. I'm not even going to play the audio. I'm just going to show you like the pieces of the video she puts together. See how she like did this? Like if she edited this together, you know, kudos. Like I mean, y'all know how I am. I've said plenty of things about Plunder that I do not like. But when editing is on point like this, since I do my own, I can appreciate it. So we're going to look at this real quick. I want you guys to just see the mannerisms and how similar this all feels. Okay, just watch his movements. Watch when he tilts his head, how she puts a piece where the guy tilts his head. Just watch. It's very wild how similar the body moves. I don't like it. And he's got like, I would say softer eyes, the same way that the person in the mask sort of does. Okay. I'll give her straight up kudos for putting this together the way that she did, because if it doesn't look very similar, and I mean, look at it. He has soft eyes. That's the only way that I can really describe it. For a man, he has soft eyes. His build is about the same. The lip piece right here is what I'm looking at, because like I know that a lot of people have like the piece of the lip in the middle at the top that does like the little thingy that goes up and then down. Some people have one that's more pronounced than others. Some people's is more flat. This one looks like it sort of matches it. Just a little bit. Now, I want them to be able to clear the guy. If they really did all this shit and he's really, truly innocent and they really had nothing in the search warrant was bunk and they really just like did some shady shit, then they deserve to get their asses sued, just like JLR was yelling and screaming about whenever he was there for that thing, because that's who said that. Are you going to sue him? Of course, JLR first goes to a lawsuit. Yeah, probably will if he is innocent. Okay, if he's innocent. I don't know. They got this guy being looked at for a reason. So we're going to listen to the piece of the dispatch audio that I grabbed from her drop. And I'm also going to put y'all the link in the chat in case y'all want to go over there and listen to it over there where the original source is. So hold on, let me grab that for you guys real fast. Because y'all know I always have to do that. Hold on. Yeah, this case, I don't even know what to think. I really just don't. Here's another thing that we can discuss while we're doing this right here. So they're reporting it like it's a fact that Savannah and her brother and her sister are in Savannah's like house that's close to Tucson. No one knows where Annie's husband is, where Tomaso guy is. Okay, there's the link to go to Plunder's channel for where she posted this. It's been posted for a little over 4 hours at this point. And again, this is not the whole thing. This is like, she did some stuff in the beginning for about 8 minutes or so, and it's like a 22-minute long video. Okay, well, it's about like 18 minutes. We have about like 18 minutes. It's the full thing, the full beginning of surveillance to like the end where they said they were going to get the warrant. And that's what's interesting to me is what they're saying, because they're giving you information on why they went to surveillance this guy. And they're talking about emails. They're talking about 2 phones, one being locked, one being unlocked, a female seeing something in a guy's phone, asking if they have the email just in case they have to like show cause or whatever for while they're there. Like there's a lot of information in this. And again, they talk about how it's not a silver Nissan Rogue, like we were told, that it's a white Nissan Murano, which is interesting. Super interesting. So again, I don't know what he said to Lana. I will check that out after the live and see. And maybe we'll go over it. Maybe I'll clip it. We'll go over it tomorrow maybe. But also probably not. We need to do an Idaho live tomorrow. So we'll see. But I want you to listen to this dispatch audio because it gives a lot of information about why they went to go find this guy and bring him in. So, no, there's no captions. There will be captions after, or there's captions over on Plunder's channel. I don't like playing it from YouTube where they can have captions because it's not as loud and it lags more, which I guess if it's audio, it really doesn't matter if it's lagging or not, because it's usually just the what you call it, I can't even think, the visuals, the video that usually lags. Okay, no, this is fine right here. Okay. Listen for words like email and light colored box and locked phone. Because somebody, I'm telling you, found something in this person's phone and called in a tip on this guy. And that's one thing else that they said, because he tried to say they wouldn't tell him why they were there. But the mother-in-law said that she was told that someone sent in a tip or called in a tip. Somebody sent in a tip to somewhere that Nancy Guthrie was being held in her house, not his parents' house, in her home. And that's why they were there. That was yesterday. So let's see what this says.
All SWAT personnel and FIU, switch your radios to unencrypted, stay vague. We need to keep this patch.
Rodisco can't get out from where he's at. Survey, do you copy? Well, thank you. EJ saying that the adult male is getting to the passenger seat of the car. He just shut the hood. Yeah, go ahead. Let me know with PID. He's saying you couldn't get it, but they're leaving, heading towards the front road.
He needs to take that away. Survey code 10.
I'm going southbound on the front road.
Copy, code 10. And now. D&D copy. Survey.
And confirming that was the Nissan Murano, the white Nissan Murano.
See?
Yeah.
Now, later on, when they start talking about making sure it's the vehicle, he's going to say something about chrome rims or some shit like that. So I'm really, really wondering if they actually have video of a vehicle and they're not releasing it for some reason. And if that's true, then that's really stupid. That's really dumb at this point not to release the letters and everything else that they have.
Sure, I don't know if it went south or north, but it probably went north. Savannah said it went south. Survey, you okay? And survey, can you copy us? How did you copy now?
And again, this is like surveillance that led up to them getting the warrant. That verbiage is at the end of this.
Survey, can you copy us? I'm just in copy now. I'm just going to get back in now. They're talking about mobile. Hey, Kenny, Code 10? Hey, Sarge, we're Code 10 on the FBI radio. He's following the car right now. And survey, can you hear us now?
Radio.
I can hear you. All right. Having radio issues. They're on Avenida Cuda Monday. Now they're on Avenida Leon heading westbound.
That part. Exactly.
Still on
That's my biggest thing. Like, she couldn't move very well. You could tell by her having a cane and a walker and like the blood bruises on her arms and stuff like that she could not move very well. So if she's being taken out of the house, she's injured, there's blood on the porch, and she's in the middle of the night, groggy, barely awake. Their house are not like drag feet, you know what I mean? Like not being able to take full steps and it looking like somebody needs help. And if it's just the one person, which it could be more than one, especially since Kash Patel is impotent. As ridiculous as he is, he could be both. I don't freaking know. But as ridiculous as he's been, he might be absolutely incorrect in saying people and persons because he's been wrong about so much shit. The way he talks about Epstein is kind of proof of that. So I don't really trust anything that this person says. I just don't. Now, I know that when it came to the visuals and stuff that were released yesterday, it's really questionable because we have that one steel shot that they threw in the mix of everything with no backpack, no gun in the front of his anything. And it almost looks like there's like staining on the jacket. But also, I don't see holes for the face. Like, where's the eye holes? Where's the mouth? It just looks like some scary horror film where there's like a potato sack over the guy's head. And it's just thrown in there with no timestamps. That's another thing that's really odd. Why is there no? I don't know why I said that. Both. He sucks. He's all the way around. He probably sucks all the way around in everything that he does. He's already proven that he sucks all the way around. So I'm so confused about this damn case. No timestamps, thrown in weird shit in between things that don't look anything like anything. You could have given us this a long time ago. Did they really think that the ransom thing was legit enough not to release this? And now they're not even being honest about like the amount of money that was sent out. Let me play this and I'm going to go find that screenshot that I took of the supposed Bitcoin.
Avenida Leon approaching Clover Street on Wrighton Street, eastbound, approaching Avenida Grande. Survey, you copy me? Survey, I have you, yes. I say with that vehicle, we got confirmation the ping's coming from that vehicle right now. Good copy,
see,
yeah, I have it,
right
and my radio.
Y'all heard that? We got confirmation the pings are coming from that vehicle right now. Take a listen again.
Eastbound, approaching Avenida Grande. Survey, you copy me? Survey, I have you, yes. I say with that vehicle, we got confirmation the ping's coming from that vehicle right now.
The pings are coming from that vehicle right now. So are they pinging his actual cell phone as they're watching him and as he's driving? Because that's the only way that makes sense.
Good copy. Yeah, I have it, and my radio's not working. What's their location right now? Right now, they are at what looks to be
Thunder, True Crime Audio.
Wrighton Street, but they are backing out, set up to go westbound on Wrighton. Say again, the street? Wrighton Street.
So someone is like following him around while someone else is like at a headquarters office somewhere, at a dispatch office.
Virginia Avenue, Leon.
Because they do say it's just them two at this point in time, and then like the warrant's going to come after this. So this again is like pre-surveillance.
Southbound Avenida Leon.
Sorry, did you turn your encryption off?
Yes, it is off.
All right, can you deny the address that vehicle landed at, please?
Plunder. True crime audio.
Ransom Street. It has what looks to be a pool.
For days? They were following him for days? Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Pool heater, black coils on the roof.
Geofence
What's the
warrant.
address?
Plunder. True crime audio.
Ransom Street. And it looked like there was a white box or something white that was square in shape that they took in there.
So right now they're watching them move around, get to a location, and take a light-colored square-shaped box into a residence.
And now they are eastbound on Avenida Monday. Last control 457 secure.
Okay. So let's step back up and try to get Eastbound
on Pendleton Drive on Avenida Monday. Goes past Willow. Pendleton curves and is now heading northbound on Pendleton after the curve. Still northbound Pendleton. In front of the vehicle looks to be a dark green, possibly a Mazda Miata.
And a research.
3228 for expiration. Go ahead. Zebra Tom Adam 3 Edward Zebra.
All right, just find a spot to pull over and be ready for a takeaway.
Yeah, we're like 50 yards north of you. Eastbound on Rio Rico Drive from Pendleton. So if they're coming up to the train tracks at Rio Rico Drive. Passenger window is open and the male subject hand is out the window. Still on Rio Rico Drive, looks like they're going to take it approaching I-19. Still Rio Rico Drive approaching I-19. And still behind that, what looks to be a Mazda Miata.
Mm.
And they are...
So now I'm looking on Facebook so I can find that Bitcoin thing because it's not showed up on my damn screenshot. It must be something that I saved on Facebook. They're posting in the Missing Nancy Guthrie discussion update board something that Nerdy Addict posted about half an hour ago about they're also now requesting information from January 31st between 9:30 and 11. I'm going to assume that means PM. Specifically about a specific I can't even talk. Specifically about a I still can't talk. Holy shit. Specifically about a suspicious vehicle on Via Entrada around 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so it is in the morning, 9:30 and 11 in the morning, about a specific street named Via Entrada at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're wanting any video footage, but they're not saying what they're looking for. Okay, they're saying that this is a notification that they got through somebody who got it through their Ring app system from the Ring Neighbor app. It was a public safety alert sent out on Ring for people to look for something. Interesting. Interesting. Let me show you all this real quick. They posted the notification that came through the Ring app in the area and says you can upload it here. So they're asking people to upload it on their Ring app, anything between January 11th, between 9 p.m. and midnight, but then also a suspicious vehicle around 10 o'clock in the morning. So the Ring app is sending out notifications to people. I mean, I guess they probably should because they don't want to lose all that stuff. Okay, let me play this, and I'm going to go look for the Bitcoin thing.
Over I-19. And they are northbound frontage on the west side of I-19.
I don't think so, EJ. What do you got? Well, I'm just checking in case you guys can't catch up so they can do the stop.
Frontage Road approaching Estella Vista.
If it gets back, let it land, and we'll just continue with the same plan.
Still northbound frontage approaching Camino Romanote.
Hey, survey, is it past, like it's going back to the original LOI?
Yeah, 10-4. It looks like it's heading that direction.
It's on the west side of I-19, correct?
And it's still northbound frontage, passing Camino del Plata. And approaching Camino Hombre del Oro. Still northbound, about to pass Calle Pinzón. There's a black SUV in front of it. And almost to the Camino Augusto address.
Easy 12.
Go ahead.
Yeah, with Victor 7 Adam 7 Charles William River at first, northbound in the westbound turn lanes, full vehicle.
Yeah, it's only to make the turn on the Camino Augusto.
They follow him for a while.
And it is parked back at the target location.
Copy that. And survey, can you describe what they dropped off at the White Sin address, please?
It looked like a square package of some kind. I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it was light in color.
A light colored square
maybe a foot and a half by a foot and a half as she was holding it.
It's muffled.
Copy,
It's their
thank you.
dispatch.
And they are bringing the SUV inside the gate now.
Cyber lives in
I'm
Arizona.
pretty sure we've got the van team parked at the fire station.
Can I put that right SIM address in the
Say again?
2.
Vehicle Patrol 1024 zones 1 through 5 and 7 are code 4.
1648.
Hey, survey.
Survey, go ahead.
Do we want to try to switch to direct for car to car and get everyone on the same page?
All right, I'll try to switch the car to car right now. The one that you texted me.
You're
Yeah,
switching
10-4.
signals.
So
I guess?
let's switch over. We'll do a radio check. That goes for everybody. And we'll get accountability.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it really secure.
SWAT Commander, copy. You're switching car to car. All right, Janae, can you start out BLS transport? That's affirmative. One more chance.
Right. This is before that. This is surveillance from before they had a warrant to do all that stuff.
Start BLS.
Is anybody still on fugitive? Dispatch message is not.
They just called him a fugitive. Did they just call him a fugitive?
What? That's affirmative. One more chance. Start BLS.
Is anybody still on fugitive? Dispatch message is not.
Copy message 888 en route for Laurel Road and Northstone Avenue.
Set 703. 10-8.
Set 703-667. 807.
Contact referencing violation corridor. Keep me on the screen for that. I'll be sending this to Keith, please. Back in the driver's seat.
What did you say?
Or if you could go ahead.
Copy expiration.
Copy. Thank you.
10-3.
Clock 66.
Clock 66.
Units responding to code 15-1031. The 3 closest units, you guys 45 at Martel and Adito. Figure out 2 to go to the front and 1 to go south on Tuttle. Access an alley that will lead you to the backyard of that. Once there's 3 of you on scene,
Somebody
you guys
must
can
be
probably move in. The rest
looking
of
at a
us will
drone
fill in as we
or a
can.
map.
754 out of 1060. I can handle Tuttle. 754, while you're waiting for the other units, you want to go the 1017 back and
See, now they're waiting for other units. See, this sounds like this was like right before they struck, is what it sounds like.
754 out of 1060. I can handle Tuttle. 754, while you're waiting for the other units, you want to go the 1017 back and see if she has any more 43 on if they actually enter the property or not. 10-4, radio unit advisor, number 21.
Hey, Joe, were you able to get up, Tony?
Yeah, we're like 50 yards north of you. Eastbound on Rio Rico Drive from Pendleton.
Rio Rico.
10-8, unit 98, 1076, 205, 83881, apartment 1105. Hey, Mendoza.
603, go for
1731.
Yeah, you got the email right. Just in case family does show up, we have to verify with command staff.
Here it starts. Do you have the email right? In case the family shows up, we have to show them what commenced this. This is where it starts getting into the details about why they're looking at this guy.
1076 205 83881, apartment 1105. Hey, Mendoza. 603, go for
1731.
Yeah, you got the email right. Just in case family does show up, we have to verify with command staff. Yeah, as far as anyone that's family and or other law enforcement agencies.
She didn't put the information on there for that. This would have been right before they took him in, because they're talking about which way they're going to go around, what alley they're going to go around, 2 people this way, 1 person this way, and how they're going to take him. And at the end of this, they're going to talk about how they're going to get the search warrant. Listen to it.
Copy. I don't know what any of them look like, so we're going to have to check everybody. Yeah, I'll just have them 1012 and then call Enderley or Holgate. They can verify. They should have a list. Is any of them here?
It sounds like it's just a 1081, just because they don't know if, like, for sure or not his phones were in there. They were for sure not like his phones from before. But
Phones, multiple phones.
Anyone that's family and or other law enforcement agencies. Copy. I don't know what any of them look like, so we're going to have to check everybody. Yeah, I'll just have them 1012 and then call Enderley or Holgate. They can verify. They should have a list. Is any of them here?
it sounds like it's just a 1081, just because they don't know if, like, for sure or not his phones were in there. They were for sure not like his phones from before, but so they're worried about that defense. She did one of the.
Not his phones from before. Now, this is where it's going to say something about how one was locked, one was unlocked, and she saw something in it. So it makes it sound as if his chick saw something in one of his phones and she called it in. Like, listen to the words.
Or Holgate. They can verify. They should have a list. Is any of them here?
It sounds like it's just a 1081, just because they don't know if, like, for sure or not his phones were in there. They were for sure not like his phones from before, but so they're worried about that defense. She did one of the phones. There was 2 phones, one was unlocked, and she went through it since it was abandoned.
2 phones, one was unlocked, and she went through it because it was abandoned.
You guys inside copy? Come out the back when you're done in there.
Copy.
Oh shit, it should be locked, so I'm trying to see where the keys are.
Copy, thank you. Yeah, under last week during a beer skip, and one of them shockingly is Santana Dallas. So go figure. The big dog. Yeah, rolling forensic PSI and CSOs in this room.
Ask for the CSOs from the other divisions. Tell them they can 45 at the mom's address.
Now 16 protocol, there's nothing familiar to them, no family or friends, or nothing that will recognize the word being heading to.
Can you say, Copy, just ask if they'll launch for us.
The couple is parked in the west parking lot.
Copy that. I'm 23 at Tim Road, but if it's not over here, I'll just head that way.
Are you at the Tim Road 20? Yeah, 10-4. Just hang tight there, and then try to watch it. At the very minimum, we're going to impound that ride. Let me just hit up Weeks and Avalos, let them know I'm not clear from here, and then I'll start making my way over there. So, I can't, I'm fairly confident, based on the chrome trim and all that stuff, I think this is the ride.
Based on the chrome trim and stuff, I think this is the ride. Does that not tell you they have a freaking car on camera?
And then try to watch it. At the very minimum, we're going to impound that ride. Let me just hit up Weeks and Avalos, let them know I'm not clear from here, and then I'll start making my way over there. So, I can't, I'm fairly confident, based on the chrome trim and all that stuff, I think this is the ride.
Does that not sound like they have a car on video with chrome trim and a tip about going through a phone? Like, what?
So
That's what's
I
crazy.
can't. I'm fairly confident based on the chrome trim and all that stuff. I think this is the ride. It is back in the carport, and there is this little box.
Why would they not release it? Now that they've screwed up and apparently arrested the wrong person, because that's the story that they want us to believe. And I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm saying something got him called in. We needed to figure out what it was. His mannerisms are sort of the same. See, this isn't like the Koberger case. Like a lot of people want to try to compare these two. You can't. We don't have any freaking footage of that house and anything happening in it. We just have sounds around it. We don't have anything to compare to anything. So me saying this guy, his body shape is similar and the way that he moves is similar is not saying he's freaking guilty. Okay. It's saying I have a lot of freaking questions because the dude looks a lot like the dude. He just freaking does. Now, I don't know if he does for any other reason other than maybe it's just a coincidence that he's the same size and he moves the same way and he's got soft eyes the same way the person in the mask does. I don't know, but this is crazy to me. And this also tells me they're hiding stuff from the public. Now, have they showed the family this car with chrome trim? I don't know. The cops aren't saying anything, but obviously they have something on camera. And I wonder if it's the same chrome trim Nissan SUV that they think is somebody was in it that tossed something out the window. And that's like why they're on the road that they were on this morning. Had to be because they had something on camera.
I'm gonna clear from here, and then I'll start making my way over there. So I can't. I'm fairly confident based on the chrome trim and all that stuff. I think this is the ride. It is back in the carport, and there is this little box Scion that I called out last night is parked in front of it. I copy. Yeah, if you want to sit off and watch it, I'm gonna head that way. Before, so since there's two of you in one car, can you just wear on a paper? Oh, so there was a male. Cause I didn't stop in front of the house, but he was like a little bit shorter. He had shorts, basketball shorts on, and no t-shirt. He came out because someone caught my eye, but it was Santana. I said that was in our division. We made a call. I mean, it looks like Team 2 is starting to attach to it also. Team 2 so yeah, he's having, I guess, all the Bravos attached to it. So, you can hold off on switching to the main frequency for now. 82, 83. Do you know, I haven't listened to it. I'm just looking at the call text. I don't know if you were listening. Are they giving updates on that call over you right now, or do you not know? I just over to Team 2 in. I'm hearing it. I copy. Yeah, we'll do.
And see, that's a whole nother thing. If he really is truly like the actual person who was door dashing, then he is the epitome of the people that I cannot stand. I do not order food for you to bring your kids and your entire family with you to come and bring me my food. So if you're driving around with your kids and you're door dashing, you're already somebody that I don't really like. Sorry about it. I don't like it because I don't know who's touching my stuff. I don't know if those kids are sick and sneezing all over stuff. Sorry, but I don't pay for delivery fees of germs. I don't like whenever people do that. I don't like whenever I'm expecting a certain person to show up with my groceries. It happened earlier today. I ordered a Walmart order. I was told a female was shopping my stuff. A dude gets out of the car in my driveway and drops it off at my door. Walmart delivery, Spark delivery, okay? I don't like that kind of stuff. And you're right. If you're out driving all day doing deliveries, what are you doing in the DoorDash thing in the vehicle with your kid driving around all day? I mean, some people have to hustle, I guess. But was she the one who's door dashing? Is it his account and he was just along for the ride? Obviously, they had people at home that could watch the kids. They are living with the mother-in-law, and there's multiple people in that house. So it's not like they had to take the kids with them out of necessity of not having a babysitter. So, yeah, all over the place. I don't know. I don't like it.
Just on this frequency for now. Once we get in the area, we can swell her. But if there's anything pertinent, you can just relay it to us, because it's going to take obviously a while to drive over there. Last location they were seen at. I copy that. And then 80 to 81, are you still in place over there? Yeah, I got eyes on each other you're talking about. See, 10.2, there's a better looking vehicle. It's
pulled up. Take a look at that one.
It's GLS. It's you're probably thinking DHL, where the D is coming from. He said in his first interview with that Ford guy, as soon as he got out of the detention center, it's called GLS. Sort of like DHL, like a third party packaging. That's why I'm wondering how many times he's been in that area to deliver stuff. Could he have even have possibly been like the person who actually dropped off the Amazon order? Because depending on what area you live in, it's not always an Amazon truck that drops off your order. Like we used to have Amazon trucks that would drop off our stuff before we moved, but where we move now, we don't have actual Amazon driving people. Anything that we order from Amazon comes now through the postal mail. So I'm wondering if he maybe could have been the one who dropped off the package.
Basically, the force commander wanted to extend his thanks for the Bravo units.
Yes, I know it's called Spark. It's just like DoorDash.
But whenever we do like use somebody's driveway and they allow us to sit there for surveillance, don't ever put that you were sitting there and that you had contact with them.
Oh yeah, he says this is interesting. I'm glad that they actually think about this kind of stuff. What he's going to say, I'm going to go back. What he's going to say is if we get permission from somebody in the area to like park in their driveway or use their yard for surveillance, don't put anything in the reports about it in case of retaliation. Like we don't want to get these people hurt, so don't put anything in there. I'm glad that they think about that kind of stuff.
But whenever we do like use somebody's driveway and they allow us to sit there for surveillance, don't ever put that you were sitting there and that you had contact with them and for retaliation purposes. So if we ever do use this in the future, so don't ever disclose that.
No, sir, not here. I've spoken directly to people that bring me my stuff from Walmart because I was curious about Spark driving and how much they make. They get the order. They tell me they are the ones that go in there. I have chatted with the shoppers. It's the same thing whenever it's Instacart. Somebody goes into the store, they shop it. There's a checkout line specific for Spark that has the yellow Spark on it. At my Walmart, we have 3 self-checkouts just for Spark drivers. Anyone who's not Spark is not allowed to use them. The same person that shops my order is the same person that drops it off. It's just like DoorDash. It's just like Uber. You get a certain percentage. So you were wrong. That's not how that works. It's just like those things. It's just like if DoorDash gets my order and they have to go inside the building to get it, the same person that goes inside brings it to me. The same person who shops my Walmart order brings it to me. If I order at Kroger, the employees do the shopping. As far as I understand there, the employees do the shopping. Somebody else picks it up almost like at the pickup area and it gets put into their vehicle and then they drive it to me. But for Walmart, they go in there and they shop it. It's different.
I'm heading over to that area. I'll get set up and write the warrant out, and then we'll go.
Instacart, yeah.
I found the switch. I did it myself. He's a little pickled.
Hey, there's a Zion
Somebody's a
white
little
one about to turn south on Broadway in Sherwood Village. It might be that one. So just
yeah.
I can look around.
Ours has 3 just for Spark.
It's a white one, so it matches what you're going to saw.
But if possible, whenever they get a chance, I know they're busy. If Scott or Tesla are able to switch this channel, just get whatever 43 as far as the RNQ for the vehicles. We're about 12 mics out.
I'm in the area. I'm going to start writing this out.
Yeah, you remember on my other channel, I did a story where I reported a woman because she came to pick me up and my boys. It was right after we had to get rid of the Honda because it died. Like, I haven't told the whole story about why I don't have my SUV anymore and why I gave it back. But the long story short is it stopped running. We spent a shit ton of money to try to get it running again, just to find out that back in like 2018, Honda sent out a service news alert letting all of their dealerships know that all of the Honda CR-Vs from 2017 to 2019 had this exact same problem. And I contacted them. I told them about the invoice number. I gave them all the information about what was going on, and they didn't give a shit. And I got my Honda from the dealership before we moved hours and hours away. And corporate didn't care. The dealerships didn't care. Nobody cared that I had proof that they knew about this. They didn't even want to try to diagnose it or nothing. I wasn't going to keep paying them. I told them, come get your shit then. This should have been a recall. 2 years, all trims, all had this issue. Not worth it. Chasing electrical bullshit, not happening. Right after, I just saw something that got my attention and it just totally made me lose my train of thought. Where did it just go? I don't know where it went. I just lost my entire train of thought. You know what? Obviously, I have adult ADHD and just refuse to admit it, but it's fine.
This channel and just get whatever 43 as far as the RNQ for the vehicles. We're about 12 mics out.
It's like, copy. I'm in the area. I'm going to start writing this out. Copy. There's another dude outside in the front yard walking like west through the yard. Is somebody watching the house right now or no? Do we not have eyes on it?
Oh, I reported a chick like 2 weeks after I gave the Honda back because I wanted to take the boys to go and eat dinner in town. And I messaged her and I said, I have my 2 sons with me with a booster seat, with a booster seat. She never checked the message and showed up with like her 4 or 5-year-old child in the front seat, no car seat, no seatbelt, slumped over asleep. Had an attitude with me because she had this little bitty ass car. She was talking on the phone when she pulled up and then tried to act like she was driving and couldn't check my message, but she had some like other thing on her phone, like text messages were open on her phone and she was on the phone on the call. I reported her. So I don't give a shit. I reported her to the app. Like, you've got your 4-year-old in the front seat, no booster seat, no car seat. You're driving around a whole bunch of strangers. You didn't even like, I told her, I said, you can go. We're going to get another ride. I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not getting in a car and something happened and this kid has no car seat. And I'm over here telling you, hey, I have my son's car seat. Like, you should have just known. You should have known. So driving around with your kids and stuff like that when you're on the job, it's not okay. Like, if it's your only option, then whatever. I can't say that it's like completely something I'm so against. But when you have multiple adults with you in the vehicle, I'm looking at you like you're insane. I'm looking at you like, what are you doing? Because no, I can't do that. I can't take my kids with me to work. If I don't have somebody to watch my kids whenever I was working in an office, I was just shit out of luck because that's just what it is as a parent. And if you've got 2 grown-ass adults in the same house, y'all don't need to be doing all this stuff together, especially when a lot of people do delivery and things like that because they don't want to be around a bunch of people. They don't want a bunch of strangers around them. And if somebody's requesting a ride somewhere and you got a whole nother person in the car, now you're threatening my safety because this person is not registered to this app. If something happens, no one's going to even know this person's involved in the situation. I don't like it. And I will bitch and complain about it all freaking day long until I'm blue in the face. I don't like it. So knowing that he was out door dashing and all that stuff, it doesn't make him look guilty, but it makes me not like him because I don't like whenever that happens.
No, just you and me. So now we still can be available for write that warrant. Just got back on Chevron. Hi, copy. That was another dude in a black jacket. I mean, the clothes matches James, but it could obviously been somebody else too. But he was wearing a black hoodie with a hood up, and they were both walking in the front yard. And there being people there, almost around there, unless you feel different, they just have brown or lots of make contacts. And then when we walk up, we can say, yeah, this car doesn't have a bumper, it's the same one.
Did he just say something about the car not having a bumper and it being the same one? That was kind of specific. Let's listen one more time.
But it could obviously been somebody else too. But he was wearing a black hoodie with a hood up, and they were both walking in the front yard. And there being people there, almost around there, unless you feel different, they just have brown or lots of make contacts. And then when we walk up, we can say, yeah, this car doesn't have a bumper, it's the same one. Yeah, whenever around there, unless you feel different, they just have brown or lots of make contacts. And then when we walk up, we can say, yeah, this car doesn't have a bumper, it's the same one.
And when we walk up, we can just say, this car doesn't have a bumper, it's the same one. What?
So there, almost around there, unless you feel different, they just have brown or lots of make contacts. And then when we walk up, we can say, yeah, this car doesn't have a bumper, it's the same one. Yeah, whenever,
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about that. Does the car not have a bumper? I know there was a short clip that went out of what people are claiming is the guy being detained. Someone apparently drove by when all the vehicles were behind the vehicle, and you can see what looks to be a Nissan SUV as the person's driving by. I know that a bunch of channels are like regurgitated it all over the place, but I saw like the original one because the person who's doing the recording, he's talking behind it. But honestly, like, can we tell that that's what it is? It could be anybody getting pulled over. I don't really know if it's legitimate or not. I haven't gone back to check. I don't know if it's legit or not.
Everybody's set up, and we can do that in a bit. And then, so if it comes to it, we can confirm it. We'll just do what we've done before, like have Brown park in the driveway blocking, and then we'll just call it the paper and call it tow. All right, I got you. In the meantime, just hang off on the.
I'm going to try to run this through my Clipchamp thing and open the captions. If I can get it clearer where we can like understand what they're saying, then I'll upload this with no commentary, just like by itself and like my own captions on it. But yeah, the muffledness here is crazy. And I did click on the noise suppression, background suppression on like the option, and you can just tell it's not really great.
On that for now. 232, there was a bus here at the old Walgreens. I just picked up a bigger guy, Hispanic. Not 100% that it's our guy, but I'm going to verify here. Westbound Speedway, it's probably up to the QT. Hey, I'm ready. 8883, yeah, that's fine. It's whenever you're ready, you can start creeping out there, and then they'll walk out. Copy. I'm moving up now. Yeah, I drove the complex right now. Everything's dark in there. So if you want to just hang out there at the complex, if they show up in a car for whatever reason, I'm waiting for them to stop long enough for me to pull them on.
They don't live in an apartment complex, do they? Sounds like they're talking about an apartment complex. Maybe it was a place next door that they were going to be like hanging out in. I think it's both. It's like they're on a some sort of encrypted channel they're claiming at the beginning of this, and they're talking about the FBI as well. So I'm pretty sure it's like a mixture.
Whenever you're ready, you can start creeping out there, and then they'll walk out. Copy. I'm moving up now. Yeah, I drove the complex right now. Everything's dark in there. So if you want to just hang out there at the complex, if they show up in a car for whatever reason, I'm waiting for them to stop long enough for me to pull them on. 162440. Yep. Yeah, they shut lights up.
You've been in here like the whole time. So how are you saying SMFH to people spending time on this when you're in here spending time on this? Like, I've been talking about like a little bit of everything. I've talked about the Epstein stuff. I've talked about the Idaho stuff. I've talked about the alien stuff. Like, I've talked about all kinds of stuff. So I don't know why you're saying this when you're in here spending the time on it with us. No, I've seen your name. You've been on this channel for a long time, Beauty for Ashes. Like, that's why I notice your name when it comes across, because I recognize the name. So I don't know what you mean by that, because you're in here too. And we can talk about multiple things. Like, it's not impossible to multitask. I don't understand. Why would you say? It's just like people that come in the comments about the Idaho 4 case. Oh my God, move on. You first. You freaking first. Like, you're over here writing me a novel of bullshit. You're spending more time bitching than I spend talking about anything important. Come on. You can pay attention to more than one thing. It's a missing 84-year-old woman, and the story's crazy. You can care about that and Epstein and the aliens and the Idaho. You can do all. You can do all.
Just in 43, negative vehicles in the front, no vehicles at the location. Lights are on the inside and on the back porch.
Copy. Does it have a garage and is it closed?
Garage, yes, and the back does not appear to be enclosed, but patio settings.
Copy. Is the garage closed?
Yeah, garage is closed.
Remember, he said he busted up their garage.
Good.
Hey, did you see these semis parked in the roundabouts or off to the side by chance? A lot of them parked in the dirt along Los Reales.
We're checking the 1060 of just to make sure.
All right, copy. I might send another detective out to canvass the area and look for any semis staged somewhere. If you guys
more places to set up.
Copy. The pull-off areas around West Los Reales were checked and negative semis noted. No trucks of any type parked. But again, we checked 1060 up. Also, the elementary school here, we checked there in the parking lot. It does have.
That's a ridiculous statement, and I'm not paying attention to you
anymore. Activity where they have some events going on. Also, it's going to be a 3-car garage. There's plants and like pottery in front of the smaller garage, and looks to be a possible recording device on the front entryway.
Camera.
Hey, what was that school that you guys are 1062? Do you know the name of it?
Yeah, it's going to be the Amelia Maldonado
Some sort of
Elementary
command
School.
center, I guess, to set up at.
Yeah, they already know. As long as they don't go on to the actual property, they can stay on the road.
Yeah. See, I don't know. It's really questionable to me because of the things that are said in there. The email, we need to make sure that we have the email in case they ask us what's going on. Well, obviously, if you're about to be busting up in somebody's house, they're going to ask you what you're doing. They're going to ask you what's going on. But that's what the warrant's for, isn't it? Isn't that what the warrant's for? Not like some email that was found in somebody's phone. All of that's supposed to be written in the probable cause for the search warrant. So why they would say that, that's interesting. I don't know. Second thing, do you guys know if oh, she did. Okay. Is this the whole thing? I'm trying to see, did Truth and Transparency put the search warrant out anywhere where like it's a file to look at? Do you know? Because I see, I went like, while this was playing, I sort of like went through the bar of the live where she played her pre-recorded interview with him, and I don't see where she showed the document. She might have read it, but I don't see where she showed it. I would like to read it because she does have like a picture of it on her thumbnail, but I don't see it where she put it on the screen in her video. Oh, wait, there it is. Or there's something else right here. Hold on. Okay, so she's got... Oh, this is just an evidence form where they took in his phone after they detained him. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it a little bit more. And yeah, I know that's why I'm over there looking and see where she put the whole thing, because I'd like to read the whole thing. That's literally why I'm saying that, because I want to see it. Because I know that. Huh? Apparently this guy is showing up walking around Nancy Guthrie's house. This is going all over Twitter. This guy apparently is like walking around. Interesting. I don't know. Oh yeah, did y'all see that James Vanderbeek died today? He had cancer, just like Brad Arnold did with 3 Doors Down. That really sucks. Seems like it's just going crazy. Oh, this is okay. This is a neighbor of Nancy Guthrie's whose friend's children are taught by Tommaso at school. Okay, well, let's listen to this and see what Tommaso's side says.
One of the news reporters with JLR is asking me if Tommaso is still teaching at basis or did he take some time off?
I thought you were friends of theirs.
No, you're not being coded. No one's giving your name. No one's giving your name. Okay, she's not sure.
Not sure.
She's not sure if he's. Yeah, she said she's not sure if he's.
But everyone there
off
supporting
or if he's
him.
still there. Yeah, she's not sure.
Okay, so they actually don't have anything to say. Shouldn't even be shocked. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it so far, I guess. I'll go through what Truth and Transparency put up when it comes to Carlos's interview that she did. and see what he says and see how it feels compared to what he said to the other cameras. Yeah, James Vanderbeek died. He had cancer. He put a video out the same way that Brad Arnold did before, letting people know about it. It's actually really effed up. I think I'm going to do like a separate video about his situation over on my second channel, because I have been doing, oh, of course. Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know. But I went through the live. Like, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about, what I'm looking at, so you can tell me if I'm missing something. So here is what she posted on her community tab, and it's just this front page. So then I went to this side again to try to see if I could see anything else. Like, she's showing that it's like right here. I'm trying to see like the full thing. I want to be able to read the full thing, but she's just putting this up in here. So then I went to see, I don't know. If you're not talking to him before you send the food over, I feel like it's kind of creepy. If she talked to him beforehand, then I can't say anything. But if she did it and then got his attention, I'm sorry, but that shit's just a little bit creepy. So I went through all of this right here to see if she showed it on the screen. And I know she's showing something. Like, she's showing it like it's in her hand. I wish that there was like a whole, like a Google Drive or something like that, to where we could like look at it ourselves and read the whole thing ourselves. But she doesn't show it on the screen. See, she doesn't show it all. She's like, I know she has it. Like, I'm not doubting her. It's obviously she has something. She's posting pictures and shit of it. But I would like to see the whole thing without all of her stuff all over it on the screen and see what it says myself. And she doesn't have it like that. Unless I missed it. So let me go back and look and see if she like reposted it or something like that. No, this is the only part where she says anything about it. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm very much aware of that. So I'll go through and see what she has to say. She's probably not the only one with it. Somebody somewhere is going to have it. Like the whole thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll take a look at it some more. But there's no other like updates on like anything official when it comes to them knowing anything. I'm looking to see if TMZ like ever released the stupid letter, because I'd like to read the damn things. I'd like to see the verbiage. But they're like pretending like, oh, we're not allowed to say anything. Like, do you even have official information? Or are you just doing the same dumb shit that y'all always do? I don't see anything else when it comes to that. Yeah. Just the black gloves, but there's nothing official when it comes to a mask being found. There's nothing official when it comes to a mask being found. I don't know if they ever went out and looked where the dispatch was, or if they did and didn't see it, or if that was all bullshit. I don't know. There's so much bullshit. Like, just like when we were going live talking about the security footage that they dropped. How much bullshit AI did we start seeing almost instantly? How many different colors of this man's outfit have you seen already with the AI that's being used in order to try to colorize the images? I've seen green jackets, brown jackets, blue jackets, red jackets. I've seen a white man. I've seen a Hispanic person. I've seen no facial hair. I've seen facial hair. I've seen 15 different color pants. It's all ridiculous. And the crazy part too is that these people are not, they're not taking into consideration whenever they're throwing in all this AI stuff, that they're taking out the light in the guy's mouth. So it's a whole like it's a whole mouth area with no light sticking through it, meaning that the entire shape of the face is incorrect because you're not keeping the light. You're not keeping the light bulb, the thingy in his mouth. You're creating a shape that doesn't technically exist because it doesn't actually see it. I don't know. I just really wish people would stop believing it, because now there's like Law and Order are using some of these AI manipulated colorized images on their actual like thumbnails on YouTube. And I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Why aren't y'all just using the original one? Why are y'all putting all this stuff in there? Like, for Law and Crime to just be doing it, which honestly, it really shouldn't shock nobody because they just on some poop. They really just are on some poop. I'll play this one right here real quick from Harvey. Is that the right one? Oh, what's this? I have 2 pages for Twitter open. Oh, what the hell? Hold on a minute. Okay. This footage was originally posted on the Ring Neighbor app in the early morning hours of February 1st. The incident reportedly occurred 5 miles south of Nancy Guthrie's home, and this has been submitted. Okay, so Tucson, Arizona, person trying to unlock gate, gray jacket, 2 dark-colored backpacks. This is kind of crazy. On 2/1. This was submitted by somebody that lived 5 miles away from Nancy's house through the Ring Doorbell app. After the Ring Doorbell sent a notification to people about needing information. Look at that. 2 backpacks. Definitely not the same outfit. Two, 1. Backpacked man. 1:53 in the morning. Damn, that's crazy. Because the doorbell was disconnected from her house at 1:47 a.m. So this was just a few minutes after. Holy shit, Amali. Eek! One more time. That's eeky, bro. I don't like it. That's just a few minutes after. He's got a vape or something. He just hit a vape. Puts it in his pocket. Why are you lifting the backpack up over the fence? It is just a tweaker. You can pretty much tell. But around the same time frame. Oh, that's so creepy. He's trying to get through to somebody's backyard, it looks like. Crazy. Super, super crazy. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you, though. Hold on. This is Harvey just talking really quickly about the other thing that they got today.
This letter that we got this morning is not a ransom letter. It is a letter saying that this person who wrote it knows the identity of the kidnapper. And for the price of 1 Bitcoin, that person will disclose the information. The person gives a Bitcoin address. We have checked it all day. So far, there is no Bitcoin that has been deposited, as you said, worth about $67,000. If this is a hoax, it's a crime. It is criminal fraud. But we turn this over to the FBI and the Sheriff's Department. This letter that we
I don't know. A lot of people think TMZ is the one pulling the bullshit because Harvey is in the damn Epstein files and he's trying to cause a distraction. And, you know, I don't know. Harvey does all kind of stupid shit. You notice that's another thing, too. Whenever information about the files were coming out, they were reporting on pretty much everybody being in those files that were coming out except for Jay-Z. He really wasn't touching that one, like, literally at all. And everybody was calling him out for it. Everyone was calling him out for it. Yeah. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. There was even a guy on it was like an ex-FBI guy on some new like mainstream station earlier today, and he was even like, I don't really trust this stuff with TMZ. Like, I'm glad you're saying it out loud because most people don't. Most people don't. Okay, yeah, Sarah. I did see that. I have a question about that. I'll go to the original source for that real quick. Thank you for reminding me about that. So SF Investigates posted this, and I need to I've been needing to look at other photos to see like where it came from, because, and again, thank you, Sarah, for reminding me about this. There's pictures of the door, and there's like an Adult Protective Services card in the door, and the camera is already missing from the door. Oh, he just posted a David and Celeste update too. I need to do an update on that damn case too. Okay. He did post this the other day, and I need to try to find some other photos. Because it does say Adult Protective Services. Like, you can see it. Adult Protective Services. It says it. Big and big and big. Big and big. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Big and big. You'll see that? I don't know when this was placed here. I wish I knew when this was placed here. I have a problem because this is missing already when this is being taken, but obviously we're not going to have photos of this woman's house from before she was kidnapped, right? We're not. So did Adult Protective Services like come by while she was gone and at her daughter's house and leave a card? Is the fact that there was an Adult Protective Services card on the door a reason why maybe this person, who obviously had no idea the camera was there by how they reacted to seeing the camera, thought that maybe it would be easy to go in and do some sort of crazy shit like this? It's a woman named Deborah. No, this is Nancy's house where the card is. That's why I'm questioning like what's going on, because the camera's already gone. She went in through the garage instead of the front door. Yeah, but there wasn't a welfare check. There was, the daughter went out there and then they called it into the senator. I don't know. I'm confused about this photo. I'm really confused about the photo. Because again, if she left at, if she got to her daughter's house like at 5:30. No, it's not what it wasn't really church though. Okay. We'll talk about that. Because I did a video all about that and I put it on my second channel. I'll probably be rearranging shit again. I don't know what I'm doing with my channels. I'm trying to do multiple things because of how YouTube does its notifications and how it acts ignorant if you do more than like 3 videos. And there's so many cases that I want to talk about and so many other things besides true crime I want to talk about that I don't know what to do. I don't know if I need to make a secondary true crime only channel for back and forth stuff in case there's all kinds of crazy shit going on, and just call it an actual backup channel and leave the Julez of all trades ones for like my personal stuff, like me just running my mouth about like regular everyday life stuff. I don't know how I need to do things. I don't know. But a lot of you guys didn't see what went on with the church situation, and I can tell that by what's going on in the chat. And that video doesn't have that many views because it's on my little bitty channel. I'm going to be moving some stuff back over. I feel like I just have to at this point. Anyway, the situation with the church is that it wasn't a church. What she actually was doing was nothing where she was going to log in, where anyone was going to be able to see that she was online virtually. None of that stuff was how that was supposed to go down. The story that we're getting now, finally, is that she was actually supposed to go to a friend's house that Sunday morning because a group of people get together and they don't watch the local Tucson church where the preacher or the pastor, whoever the frick the guy is, came out and said that she was a member of their congregation and they did a whole vigil for her. She watches a stream from New York City, the church in New York City in New York, where her daughter goes to church. So it wasn't an online thing. It wasn't a Zoom thing. Over when we went live on my other channel about this, we like went to the website, went to go log in to see that you didn't have to log in to the one in Tucson, because that's the one that we were all told was the one to look for, and told that she like missed the login and blah, 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 whatever. No, she was supposed to go to a friend's house to watch the live stream, or not even really a live stream. It's like a YouTube video of the service that gets posted to the New York church's YouTube page. I shared it the other day, the service that she would have missed that day. I found the YouTube page and I shared the whole thing. Yeah, it's her daughter's church in New York. Her and her friends get together. They take turns at each other's houses, and she didn't show up. So there was no login. There was no, she didn't show up for a Zoom thing. She didn't log in. She didn't talk to me in the chat, none of that stuff. She straight up didn't show up to her friend's house. Now, does she Uber back and forth? Does she drive? I don't know. She apparently can't move very well. She got Ubered over to her daughter's house for dinner the day before and then got apparently driven back, but she has her own vehicle. That got towed away too, even though we're being told that she didn't drive the thing. They're not telling us they think that she like left her house that morning and just didn't make it to her friend's house. They're showing us footage saying that she had somebody at her house in the wee hours of the morning, and that her pacemaker Bluetooth signal disconnected from whatever connects it to her phone at like 2:30ish. Let's just round it to that in the morning. So I don't know why they didn't tell us the truth about the church. I don't know why they said it was a local Tucson church. They gave us the website. The guy came out, did interviews, all kinds of stuff. No, she hasn't watched that church or done anything with that church since the pandemic. She's been going to the friend's house and doing all this stuff, watching the New York service for a long time now. So I don't know why they lied to us about that. That's like really stupid to lie about something so dumb. Dumb. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. They probably took the package already. But I know that the package wasn't there when the dude was at her house. And her daughter apparently showed up around like right before noon, apparently. But see, we really don't have the timeline about that either. What we need is, when was she supposed to show up to her friend's house? And when did her friend call Annie? When did Annie call Savannah? And what time did Savannah call Senator Mark Kelly? And what time did Senator Mark Kelly call Pima County? Or whoever he called in the law enforcement down there before everything got kicked off. Because we don't have the 911 call, because the story being told is that the senator that Savannah contacted is the one that contacted the police. So that's why I don't give two shits about the current story going around about how, Pima County failed the investigation because they didn't have the FBI come in time. If y'all think the FBI was on this case before local law enforcement knew about it, knowing that Senator Mark Kelly was the in-between, y'all cray. Okay. The FBI was in on this before the sheriff got a call. I promise you that. If the senator was involved in the steps that they took before calling the cops, come on now. The FBI had been on it. They're just trying to they're just trying to find a fall guy like everywhere else for the feds failing. So they want to say, it's their fault. No, it isn't. The senator called all of y'all. There's a reason why the senator was called. Anybody could get a hold of the sheriff. There's a reason why Senator Kelly was called, and it wasn't to get a hold of the sheriff. Miss me with the bullshit. So I just don't trust any of it. I don't trust any of it. I saw that there. I don't follow Laura Loomer or whatever her name is called. I don't like her. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her. But I found it really convenient. The day after the information about Mark Kelly being involved in like the way that all of this transpired before the cops, Laura Loomer posted this ginormous thing on Twitter about all of this crazy stuff about Mark Kelly. And I'm just like, holy shit, he's into some shit right now, right in the middle of this. And that's who Savannah calls Miss Today Show, Miss Been on the News, Miss In the Know for decades. Wouldn't you have known the bullshit that this guy is in? Why are you calling him and getting him involved in this situation? I don't know. Savannah Guthrie's husband's name is also in the document doing something. I don't know. I haven't read the whole document. I just know his name's in it. But a lot of people's names that are in it aren't doing anything. They're just being talked about. except for Trashley Banfield, who's trying to hook up with the pedophile while she's still married, which I didn't know that. She was still married at the time that she was asking if Jeffrey Epstein was still single. That was 2 years before her divorce to her first husband. So when I moved that video over to this channel so that it gets the glory that it deserves, because little channels don't get pushed. And the truth about Trashley definitely needs to be pushed out all over the place. Because girl, you nasty. You straight nasty. You nasty. So I'm really wondering if her maybe trying to get with Jeffrey Epstein is the reason why her husband divorced her, or why the divorce happened, because they got a divorce in 2012 and the emails for her asking if Jeffrey Epstein was single were in 2012. The divorce ended in 2014. But she's also currently married to somebody, I don't know his name. So I wonder how the married guy that she's with now feels about her asking if convicted, disgusting psychopath was single or not. So freaking nasty. So nasty. So yeah, I'm going to move that over here with the new information that I found out, because I didn't even honestly think to check if she was married when I put that video together the other day. And then somebody mentioned, wasn't she married? And I was like, I didn't even think to look. You're just nastier now, because you were married still. You nasty. You nasty. I don't understand. Could you divorce right now? Right now. Damn. And I would be making her pay the spousal support. I don't give a shit. You nasty. Pay that man some money. Gross. I had some dumbass over there had the audacity to say it's a bit of a reach to think that she knew he was convicted. That's her job. She's on the news. That's her job. What do you mean? People giving excuses to these people, all of them need their histories checked, because I don't trust them. She had been on TV. She's been on TV for 30 years. It's 2026. So she's been on TV for 4 years longer than the turn of the century. And that happened in 2012. She would have known. She would have known. Okay, yeah, the medical thing. I saw when we were looking at the Carlos stuff over on Truth and Transparency, right? Everyone knew he was convicted. People trying to give her some grace. You nasty. You're all just nasty. I did see over on Truth and Transparency something about the medical equipment. How do we know that? How do we know that the medical equipment and stuff was taken? Like, I'm going to let somebody in the chat tell me, and then I'll go look later, because it's almost midnight. But if somebody could summarize it, because the cops haven't said anything about any of that, and the family hasn't said anything about any of that. Is there some sort of paperwork that came out from a search warrant? So the search warrant for Carlos, is it saying something about how they're looking for medications and stuff like that? Okay, but what's the search warrant say? Does the search warrant say that they're looking for medications in his house or on his person or wherever? Or is it search warrants for the house itself? So search warrants for Carlos. Okay. Well, I hope that she puts it somewhere where it can be read physically. I don't know why she wouldn't have done that, especially if she's tagging Candace Owens to message her about stuff. Like, I don't know why she's not putting it out there all the way so people can see it. But I'll have to just go in and listen to the video and have her read it, I guess, so I can understand what's going on. Well, see, but I'm also wondering, like, is there a possibility that they think they could have gotten, like, duplicate medications for her? Because that was one of my first questions. Like, did they take the meds? Because there was an ex-FBI hostage negotiator guy a couple days ago. He said something about how if this was a true kidnapping and they were really trying to keep her alive for money, they would definitely take the medication. So if they are searching for medications, I wish they would just come out and tell us that they took her meds. Lana. Lana is tagging Candace Owens on her community post about the search warrant for Carlos. Yeah, you can buy anything in Mexico, but I don't know how the prescriptions work. I don't know. Can you just go into a pharmacy and be like, hey, I need this specific medication? Or do you have to actually have like a prescription? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I've heard it's a lot easier down there for sure, but I don't know if you have to have a doctor's thing or if you can just like go up into a pharmacy. Does anybody know that's been actually down there? Walking in by like a, okay, so see, yeah. So they could have gone in there and gotten it. So technically, them looking for medications doesn't necessarily mean that they think that they took the medications from the house. That's not, I guess, not really confirmation. They could think that she has multiples. A lot of people went down there to get ivermectin. Yeah, the dental stuff too, I know. I'm scared to go across the border. Plus, I don't want to get a passport or anything like that because it makes you more accessible. I just don't want to do it. So there's a possibility that either someone did take the medications or duplicate medications might be available. So technically, it being in a search warrant doesn't really mean that they are verifying that it was taken from the house. But that's what the guy said. If it's a true ransom, you're going to take medications. If you know your target, because obviously you're not just going to go and kidnap no willy-nilly rando and not know if they have a net worth or if their family has a net worth. You know what I mean? So you would have to kind of know what you're dealing with in order for it to be a kidnapping for ransom. So they would have to know, hey, we need to deal with somebody who has a pacemaker and is on major medications. I hate this thing. This is such a crazy case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because it's in the search warrant doesn't mean that it means that they're claiming or verifying anything was or wasn't taken from the house. But I don't think it was planned though, Sarah, because you see how stupid the guy looks when he sees the camera. Like he comes across and looks up and it's like, oh shit. And he puts his head down, turns on the light. And then like, to me, if he knew the camera was there, he would have came around that corner already with his head down and prepared. He would have had something with him in order to disengage the camera, to take it off. Instead, he's turning around and he's looking in the grass. What? In the grass? I don't feel like it was planned. If it was planned, just because he had a mask on to break into a house does not mean that it was planned in the way that people want to believe that it was planned. Home dude was shocked, surprised, and shit himself when he saw that camera. Let's be so serious. He was not prepared. He was not prepared. A backpack full of things, and he didn't think to bring anything with him to deal with the camera? Lots of people do stupid shit picking a house out of a hat. I don't know why you're acting so shocked. Yeah, no, this guy was completely like, we'll watch the video so you can pay attention to how he reacts. He is not prepared. He crosses that threshold of the driveway and shits himself when he sees that damn camera. That tells me then he's not ready. You're turning around and you're grabbing grass to deal with the camera. You don't have tape. You don't have something else to grab it with. You grabbing grass. You were not prepared for this. And if you were prepared, then you suck at your job and whatever you're trying to do, because you should have known that there was a camera. Okay, let me find the actual one where he is walking over the thingy. Okay, here it is right here. His head is fully up and he is, hold on, I gotta pause it so I can pull the screen up. Okay, he is not aware. He is not anywhere aware that this camera is there. No one is going to convince me after watching this man's behavior that he knew that this camera was there. There ain't no freaking way. Watch his reaction. He is head up straight at the door right now. He is no give a shits right now. That tells me he's not aware. Watch his reaction. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not a prepared man. That's not a prepared person. Grass he had to look for that he didn't look at first. He looks around the whole porch for something to help him. This dude does not know shit about what he's doing. Nothing about, he doesn't know anything about what he's doing. It's a nice neighborhood. He probably saw the adult protective thing on the door and thought that it was an easy target. Because if that thing was there the whole time, he probably did think it was an easy target. See, you're using your hand. You're trying to pull it off. He still hasn't pulled it off. He's confused. Look, he's looking around on the porch. He didn't see the grass and be like, okay, I'm going to go back and get that grass I saw. He's looking around everywhere for something. This is not a prepared person. This is not a prepared person. I wish there was a timestamp. I don't understand why they couldn't put the timestamps on here. See, look, he's looking on the porch, looking around, using his mouth flashlight, looking. He even looks off to that side before he goes over here and grabs grass. Because maybe she woke up and maybe she could recognize him and he freaked out and did something stupid. I don't know. But to say that this man is some sort of mastermind and knew what he was doing and knew about the camera and came prepared for everything, that's a stretch. That's the stretch. This is the one that worries me. This is the one that freaks me the hell out. This is the one that freaks me the hell out because there's no backpack. There's no gun in front of him. And he's coming back and looking at that camera, but you don't see any holes in the face. This looks like something straight out of a freaking scary movie. It could be a second person, but it might not be a second person. It's hard to tell whenever they're not giving us any timestamps. I don't know if the jacket's different or if it's just farther away. It's hard to tell because it's horrible. Because like I see a zipper. I see the zipper going all the way down. Like I see the zipper and I also see the black line across the chest. I see the black line across the chest. What I don't see is the weapon on his crotch area or the reflection of the small pieces on the backpack. I don't know. And also, if you look at the jacket, there's like some dark spots like down in here. So I'm wondering if it's blood, but I'm just really confused because we don't see the person taking off the camera right here. We see him messing with the camera, but we don't see him taking off the camera. And I mentioned this in the other live. This is a really weird timeline because they're telling us that the camera got removed at like 1:47 in the morning. Then there's movement at like 2:12. This looks like somebody who has done whatever he needed to do, took off his backpack, took off his weapon, might have some residual on his sweater from maybe the blood we saw on the porch, and now he's coming back to get the camera. So it almost like feels like it's flipping a little bit. It's just weird. I don't know. Yeah, he's got soft eyes. It's from the feds. It all released in the same post. Like, this looks feminine. Right here. Like, the eyes are very feminine in this picture. And I mean, damn, like, look how prominent almost like the eyelash area is. Like, look how prominent the dark line is above the eye. Where, like, the eyelashes would be. Right there. It is very strange. But then I see this position, and I'm like, you standing like a dude. I know my buddy said that he saw somebody do like a side-by-side of Annie, I don't think it's Annie. I don't think it's Annie at all. I don't get that vibe. I don't get that vibe. The mouth shape is not what I would expect. See, I guess also he could be moving fast right here too. Cuz you can almost see like shadowing where like eyes in the mouth would be. Like almost you could see shadowing. Let me grab this and go put it in Canva so I can like make it bigger. You can sort of see like 2 dots and like right here shadowing. And then the feet are also like sort of blurry. So he could be like running towards the camera. There could be some just like really fast movement right here that's making him look like that. Let me make this bigger. See how weird this looks, like a freaking horror movie, bro. But like when it's farther away, you can sort of see like a little bit, but like it's not doing that here. See, farther away, you can sort of see it here, here, and here, but then you get closer and it goes away. But see, you can still see like the black line right here. But see how now like down here looks dark now? And I just literally copied it from that and pasted it in here. I didn't put no filters on it. I didn't do nothing else to it. That just looks like dark spots are now on his jacket. I don't see any like dark spots at all on the pant area, but like there's dark spots here. Up on the shoulder, down on the stomach area, over here on the elbow bend. But then this line right here is the line that we see in the jacket itself. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if this is a different mask, if this is a different person, if what the frick else is going on here, or this is a still shot of a fast moving section of the video and he's just blurry. Because you see how it looks like there's no face hole right here, right? But then when we look over at, like, let's just say this right here, like just this right here, unless you're paying attention, like it almost blends in just depending on like the angle and the way that the light's hitting it. Like right here. Okay, like this video, like this still shot right here. Let's take this one and go do the exact same thing. Just to like make it bigger. See, even though this is closer, you see how difficult it is to see like the actual holes for the face. So that's why I'm wondering if in this one, he's just moving really quickly and it's just like a still shot. But then again, like his feet don't look like he's moving. They're pretty much like pretty still. I don't know. This whole thing is very strange. I don't know what to think. I've been saying that for like 3 days now. I have no idea what to think. No, the strap across the chest is not for the backpack. It's a design in the jacket. It's literally it's stitched into the jacket. Was that right there where you can see like the tattoo piece? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. See, let me see. No, there's a clearer one where you can see a better shape. I don't want to do that one. Hold on. So right here, I can't tell if it's a tattoo. It'd be really stupid if Home Dude had an Apple Watch and decided to wear it. So I doubt that's what it is. But this is the spot where everyone thinks that it's a tattoo, and I think so too. See how it's like got a shape a little bit? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to tell. It has a little bit of a shape to it. There's another one on Twitter where it has a more prominent, it might be a whole different video. It might be a different spot. Position of his holster is crazy to me still, bro. Is it this one maybe? See, look at how like, it's just so odd. His eyes are creepy. I don't give a shit. Whoever this person is, like the way they look is just really creepy in here. Like the thick embroider, the night light, grayscale. It's almost like The way that this looks, the way that the fake, whatever I believe is fake around the lips, and it makes like the lips kind of like protrude out a little bit more. It almost looks like a those little guys from Star Wars. Not Chewbacca, but the little guys. What are they called? I always forget the name of them people. What are they called? Wookiees. The mouth almost looks like a Wookiee mouth. With the way that the mask is going around it and the lips are coming out. A Wookiee. Is it Wookiee? Or is that, what's his face? The little guys. What are the little fat chubby bears? Little fat chubby bears. Star Wars. Goddamn. Are they Ewoks? I don't know what they're called. Ewoks. Okay, yeah, yeah. Those things. It sort of looks like that around the mouth. Because like all the little Ewoks, like their lips are pretty prominent, and then they have like hair around their mouths. So that's just kind of what it like reminds me of a little bit. See, like this one, how like the mouth is like real prominent, and then there's like hair around it. That's just what it looked like. Sort of what it looks like a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This is just so freaking creepy. Definitely not a prepared person, because no one that's got any idea what they're doing is just going to do this. Like, you got gloves on. Why are you using a piece of plant to take the camera off? See, that was an oh shit, there's a camera. God, this is so weird. I'm telling you, there's something about whatever's going on right here. It's not real. Something just tells me it's fake. I'm trying to just do like little pauses. See, you can sort of see inside of his wrist right here. I can't tell what the frick that is. See, some people were like, oh, he duct taped his jacket to his gloves. No, he didn't. There is no duct tape there at all. And see, the FBI is trying to say that this is like an Ozark. Oh, I see it. That's probably what. Oh, they right. I see it now. Okay. They had said that this was an Ozark backpack that you could buy at Walmart. And at first I was like, I don't see how they're seeing that, because the ones that they're showing us have the word on it where it's like really, really prominent. But here I can definitely see like right here you could sort of see like the wording. So I'm guessing now they're going to go look for Walmart transactions. But I mean, you can buy this stuff at a freaking thrift store, so I don't know what they're going to do about that situation. But you see how like right here you can start seeing the mountain of the Ozark. There's like a line right here, and then something goes this way. So that must be where they got the actual backpack thing from. I'm trying to see if I have it on here, because there was photos of it, like the exact backpack that they had sent out. There's so many damn bookmarks. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say about what happened with James Vanderbeek and him dying. Did y'all know that he was having to sell off his Dawson's Creek memorabilia in order to pay for his cancer treatments? And apparently like the cast members had all like gotten together to like sort of help him. Now there's like a big GoFundMe for his family, and it's raised like a whole bunch of money, which is great. But he had to sell off his memorabilia in order to be able to pay for cancer treatments, and he ended up dying anyway. It's just freaking sad. Okay, here, okay. Is the footage, it's 51 seconds long of home dude getting pulled over. See the SUV? It's very sad. Yes, his kids are cute. They all look like him. He deteriorated so bad, but we saw that with Brad Arnold too. He lost so much weight. Yeah, it's really sad. But I'm glad that they did a GoFundMe. A lot of people are pissed though, because they're like, there's no reason why the network didn't pay for his cancer treatments. All the money that he made them all that time ago, you know, they've been able to invest and quadruple it by now, if not more. Like, it would have been nothing for them to help him. It's crazy. Okay, we're gonna watch this. This is of Carlos yesterday. So they're just looking at it. Okay, so here's the mother-in-law.
We're told there was a traffic stop. I'm outside the house that is now being searched where this subject lived, we're told. There was a traffic stop close by. This is the subject being questioned in the Nancy Guthrie investigation.
See, that's why I want to listen to all the stories.
This is her house, and the subject is her son-in-law.
Yeah,
is
my
that right?
son, yeah.
Tell me how this happened. Where was he when he was detained?
My daughter and him were, and the kids, my
Now remember, this was last night, for those of you who haven't seen this yet.
grandkids were doing DoorDash when they got stopped here, and I don't know what kind of questions they asked them. But when we got home, I wasn't at home. When we got home, we found out that they took my son out. They went inside, they busted the doors from my house. They went inside and took my son to the living room and had him handcuffed, and then got him outside.
So that must be the one that was in the house playing Nintendo with headphones on. Can you imagine being in the house, earbuds in, playing a video game, and all of a sudden cops are jaking your ass out of your room? Oh my God.
That's when the time that we got home, and we asked what was going on, and they couldn't say anything. And they said, and I asked them to have a search warrant to go in my house. And they said, we don't need a search warrant. We could go do that if we want to. So I told them, yeah, I think you need a search warrant. Why did you break my door?
We don't need a search warrant. They were literally just talking in the dispatch about how they were going to get the search warrant. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What was going on, and they couldn't say anything. And they said, and I asked them to have a search warrant to go in my house. And they said, we don't need a search warrant. We could go do that if we want to. So I told them, yeah, I think you need a search warrant. Why did you break my door? You took my son the wrong way. I mean, you hurt him. His wrists were with the handcuffs.
Let me ask you, were you familiar with the Nancy Guthrie
No.
case? Had you seen that she was missing?
I saw it on Facebook, but since I don't know her, I didn't read what was going on. The story.
Did they take electronic devices at all? Did they take your
I
phone?
don't have anything. They took
your
my phone. They took my.
I mean, I can agree with this to a point, but if they're not going in the house first and they're doing a traffic stop first and they're taking their time, they must not really have too much to believe she was in there, or they would have went in there with the SWAT team kicking in doors if they really, really knew for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely would have still needed a warrant, because no, you're not hearing screaming from inside. You don't know really for sure what's going on. No warrant. That's wild to me.
Phone, my husband's phone, my daughter.
It's really ignorant of them to not get a warrant, knowing that technicalities can cause serious issues if this was the right person and it ends up going to court.
Phone, my grandkid's phone and my son-in-law's phone.
Let me show you these pictures really quick, Josephina, of
Yeah, that
just give me a
too.
second,
I guess
gotta
so.
pull them
Yeah.
up on my phone. These are the pictures from outside
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nancy Guthrie's house.
Mhm.
This is who they're looking for.
Me
Does this
too.
and did the eyes look like your son-in-law at all?
No, not at all.
Do you see the mouth?
See how prominent this is? I'm telling you, whatever's over the freaking lips is not natural.
Yeah, no.
It's
he
so
doesn't look
feminine
that
right
way.
here.
Brian, can you ask what her son-in-law's
What's
name
his
is?
name?
It's Carlos. Carlos Palazuelos.
Sorry, what's his name?
Carlos.
Carlos.
Yes.
And what's his last name?
Palazuelos.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So.
And does he work in Tucson? Would he ever be in Tucson?
He's in Tucson all week. He works delivering boxes.
Not his
for,
house,
like,
though.
UPS and he has.
It's hers,
he
but she
works
told him
with
to go
a
in.
Company, and I told him you can call the company that he works there and verify that he's working. And
is your daughter also detained?
No, they just let my daughter and my grandkids go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Josefina.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the latest here, Jesse. She can't. They took her phone too.
Yeah,
her husband's phone,
and
her daughter's phone, and obviously her son-in-law's phone.
Mm.
And they are searching her house right now. So this is sort of an unfolding situation.
And I'll get into this with Arthur, the fact that they didn't have
There's
a
Johnny
search warrant,
Bravo.
according to her. Do you know where Carlos is right now, Brian?
Do we know where Carlos is right now?
No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. They took my phone. I can't reach with nobody.
Yeah, we think he's being questioned. But
Yeah, they already asked us a lot of questions about him. We told, like I said, I have nothing to hide. You can go in my house. You can search anything you want. There's nothing to
Yeah,
hide.
she
I
was
don't know
telling him
the
to go
lady.
in.
I don't know about that lady. I saw her on Facebook, but like I told you.
Was he ever violent? Any violence with Carlos?
No, he's a good guy.
Criminal history that you
No,
know of?
none of it.
No. Okay.
Is he from Tucson?
Brian,
Yeah, so I mean that's sort of the situation. She's obviously in shock. Yeah.
Did you show her photos of the person outside of Nancy Guthrie's house? The images, the mask, the backpack. Did she identify any of those items of clothing? And nothing. She doesn't see anything in that.
I did, and let me show you.
Not even really a fake mustache, though, guys. Like it doesn't look like it's hair. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's hair. It looks like it could be drawn on, or I don't know how to like explain it. Charlie Chaplin, and that weird little Hitlery looking little mustache thingy that he had. That little short Velcro looking hair things. That's what it looks like. Either that or marker. Either that or Sharpie. It just doesn't look. Tell me that looks natural. Even in a black and white light, tell me that weird shit around the lips looks natural. It doesn't. It really just doesn't.
You again. Have you seen these photos?
Yeah,
It just doesn't look natural.
And the backpack? Does the backpack?
He
look
doesn't
familiar?
have a backpack. He doesn't wear backpacks. He doesn't like.
I'm outside
Okay,
the
well,
house.
not liking backpacks doesn't mean you won't use one if you have to orchestrate a crime that you think you're going to be getting 6 milli for. let's keep that in mind. I don't know. But this lady's also saying that at the time the crime took place, he was at home because that's where they've been staying apparently. So she's claiming everybody was home and in her house. I don't know. Uh-oh, okay. Hold on now. Ickadmel just put up another video from the Ring camera app. So this is the same time frame of the tweaker looking dude that was trying to get in through the fence.
Let me keep looking.
This is the same. So this is the same time frame.
Let me keep looking.
Is this gonna be the same one or is it a different one? Because it says 2 different videos. Is it gonna load? What's happening? Oh, where's it at? Okay, yeah, this is another one. Look at this. Play right, you stupid thing. Or look separate section. Is it gonna play?
Supposedly.
So that backpack has a bunch of wording on it. And it says 1:53 in the morning. Apparently. Knocking on the door. So that's like 3 people walking around with backpacks in the area neighborhood.
Yeah, this one I don't think. I mean, it's interesting. I guess the fact that it's that close. I don't think this is related at all. But
Very
the
possible. Yeah,
backpack, I mean,
multiple
the
people walking
backpack,
around trying to
the
see.
shoes, nothing matches. Even his eyebrows.
There is no eyebrows, Akid. We're not doing that. There's no
I mean, if
eyebrows.
this was Nancy's neighbor, that's interesting. Okay. FBI too. I mean, I don't know if they need that. I mean, just send it.
And then here's the other guy. Oh, wait, hold on. What did that say?
They need that.
Okay, so this one was apparently recorded in the area on 124. No, on 123:26 at 4:19 in the morning was that one in the area on the neighbor app in the area.
I'm gonna connect.
So they just have a bunch of random people walking around that spot, like within a 5-mile radius. Just a bunch of randos walking around with jackets and backpacks and crazy shit. Wild stuff. And you'll know what else? I saw there was another older person missing from this area. I posted it when I noticed it right here. So this guy was last seen on 12/5/26. 61-year-old, 160 pounds, 5'10", James Harold Kelly, last known area, Wild Bureau Trailhead. Older gentleman, different county, older gentleman, 40 minutes away is where he was last seen. He was found deceased, unfortunately. But 2 older people go missing within just a few days apart from each other. I don't know. There's just a bunch of... Arizona's crazy. Arizona has a bunch of stuff just going on constantly, it seems like. Like, I've been following their social media ever since this happened, and there's been shootings. I've been listening to their dispatch. There's been people wrecking U-Hauls and taking off on foot with AK-47s. There's been elderly women showing up at gas stations with head injuries and having to be ambulanced to places. There's been just some shit going on. I mean, damn. There's been a lot going on in Arizona, but honestly, it's like that everywhere. But we only notice it whenever we're looking at that area, and it feels new to us and like it's crazy because we don't know that area, but in reality, it's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Everything's insane all over the place. 1,000 people are currently missing in Arizona. Holy shit. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah, like there's a dispatch app that I downloaded, and I was listening to the dispatch the other day when that 84-year-old came. They actually said it was like an 80-year-old woman showed up with a head injury, and people in the chat were like, hold on, what the frick did that just say? And everyone thought that it could have been her because it was at a Circle K. It was just like a different Circle K. And then I was thinking back to that guy because they found him yesterday, the same time that all the helicopter stuff was happening, and the helicopter went from like the Rio Rico area over to the Banner Hospital. I'm almost wondering if that maybe it had something to do with that gentleman instead. I don't know. Oh, there's more than 1,000. If you're talking about the whole country, I'll tell you now, it's probably 10 times that. It probably sounds ridiculous, but it's probably 10 times that missing in the whole country. The world is shit. People disappear all the time and literally just never get found. Just poof, vanish. Poof, vanish. Half of them, probably more than half of them, I'm pretty convinced are on some shady shit. Besides, like, the obvious already shady shit of the fact that they're missing. More than 1,000 just in Arizona from NamUs, yeah. Crazy stuff. I mean, a lot of them do get attention, but it's just different people are talking about them. Because I know that some people will say, oh, this case isn't getting any attention, and then you go and look at like different platforms, and there are people talking about the cases, but it's like people that they're like new channels, new accounts, people that you haven't seen before. So sometimes you just really don't see it. I know some of them don't get any coverage. I know that. But there is a lot. There's so many. There's a lot of missing people and a lot of missing answers. A lot of missing answers. Someone just said they emailed me a picture of the jacket. Let me grab that real quick. Oh, my eyeballs. Okay. I don't click any links, but I'll grab this description and Google it. Yes and no. Yes and no. It is sort of like this, but the one that they showed, it was more of like a greenish gray color. And the word Ozark on it was like really light, like super, super light where you could barely see it. That's why, like, at first I was like, y'all are tripping thinking that this is the backpack because you can't, like, this has words on it. But then the more that I looked at the one that they were showing us, it definitely seemed more plausible. Let me see. FBI releases possible backpack. Nancy Guthrie. Let me see if this shows it. I'm gonna have to go back to Twitter. I'm gonna have to go back to Twitter. It's the same kind. Like, it's the same. It's pretty much like the same shape as this, except like the pocket in the back's a bit different. Oh, let me find it. I don't want to let you guys get off here just yet until I find this backpack so I can show you guys what they're saying. So let me go back over here because I know that they have it in here. But it's like a grayish light. It's not like a camouflage green. Can I search my bookmarks? Oh, I sure can. Backpack. In this video right here. Let me make sure they show it before I waste my time. Oh, come on. How are you going to put a video out that says suspect's backpack has been identified as a Walmart brand bag, and then you don't show a single example of the damn bag? Okay, well, let me look over here. Hold on. I am determined to find this damn backpack because it's the right shape. Nancy Guthrie suspect's backpack. Here it is. Okay. I found it. This is the one that people found after they said that it was like a Walmart bag. This is the one that people found that matches the one that you see because of how not only the shape, but the fact that you can't really see very much of the lettering. See how it's already like pretty much in there? So if this was the one that he used, it would make more sense, or something very similar to this would make more sense because you already can't see the wording. So the way that the camera looks, I feel like it's probably more plausible. And see, like this piece right here, I just don't know where he would have had like the rest of the straps on, but this is pretty similar. And this shade, I mean, I could even see it be in this exact same shade, honestly. Ozark Trail backpack sold at Walmart. I mean, it could very well even be this one. 16 bucks. 16 bucks. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go back in and look at the way that the strap does, but it looks like it's, I mean, it looks like it's close. But this one right here, this one that he has darker black straps in the strap itself. So it might be a different kind, but that's the one that they're giving us for like being close for now. See, her eyes are not the eyes in that thing. See how slit her eyes are? Not like slit, but they're more like they're more elongated, I guess is the way to put it. They're more elongated, and the person behind the mask has like soft doe eyes. Soft eyes is how the only way that I can really put it. Like I said earlier, they have like soft roundish eyes. I feel like Annie's eyes are more long and not as open. Her eyes don't match. Home dude, I don't know. I also don't, nobody knows where he's at either. They don't know if he's hanging out with his wife and Savannah and the brother, or if he's elsewhere. Yeah, almond shaped. Her eyes are more almond shaped, and his are, or whoever that person is, they're more round, like soft. They're just softer. But doe eyes is really the only other thing I can think of, because you're seeing like the dark of the eye itself, and then it's very rounded. Cow eyes, rounded eyes, yeah. Now, there's one of the bandmates, the eyes are pretty similar. I'll say that. You think the guy at Nancy's house was black? Could be light skin. Very possible. We don't know. No idea. Could be white, could be Hispanic, could be a black guy. We don't know. No clue. Let's not cry about trying to just figure out what's going on and not take things personally. That's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Dominic, I know a lot of people are pointing at him. I know that a lot of stuff about his eye area is definitely getting people's attention. Definitely getting people's attention. Yeah, older hooded eyes, yeah. Now, a lot of people thought that what was happening with old Carlos over here was Dominic. I did. Consalvis, I sure did. Sure did. Yeah, the lashes are very they look like somebody who has had mascara on and then they cried, and then like it's kind of lumpy a little bit because the tears made it wet. That's kind of what it looks like. A little bit. A little bit. Yeah. He does. I saw his criminal history, and it wasn't very long ago. Wasn't very long ago. The video of the flowers against the thing. Yeah, we'll check that out real quick. That'll be the last thing, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump off. Look, this is the list so far when it comes to the Idaho photos. See how everywhere they are? I'll show you all this real quick. Like, all the numbers are everywhere. Everything is everywhere. Like, there's no reason for there to be stuff about the stairwell on the first floor on page 93, but also still seeing them over on page 489. Like, the fact that these are so everywhere. Like, there's no way that Ann Taylor could have actually, I mean, there is a way, obviously, because I'm doing it. So if I can do it, herself could do it. But just to know that these were so freaking scrambled, like, I'm on 3 pages. And I think the last one that I was at was like, I'm not even at 1,000. Like 920s, something like that is like where I stopped before the live. No, 998 right here is the last one that I did right before the live. And like, look, the numbers are everywhere. Shit's so out of freaking order. Oh my God, it's so out of order. So freaking out of order. Okay. Let's go look at that video real quick. The GoFundMe that was created for James Vanderbeek's family earlier today has already reached over $1 million. Well, that was nice. That's so crazy. He had to sell off memorabilia in order to be able to pay for his own stuff. That is so sad. That's crazy. This was last year when he was first getting sick. See how thin he was getting? Poor guy. There's so much crazy shit going on in the world. Okay. Let's go back to Pima County. Cash Patel. Where did it all go? Here it is. I don't see nails. I see air. It's almost like the gloves are too big for the hand. Like there's a lot of air space. Like it's not really skin tight. People are pretty convinced these are almost like the exact same gloves like in the Idaho 4 case, insulated electrician gloves. That's what they look like. That's what people have been showing all day. I got hiccups for no reason. Yeah, see as they like bend their finger, like look, it's loose. These gloves are too big for their hands. Look at that. Look at all that space. The cops don't know what they are unless they actually have them. They found gloves, but they don't know if they're the gloves from this. What they found, I think, is nitrile gloves. I feel like these gloves are too big for this person's hand. There's a lot of air. Look at that. These have to be insulated electrician gloves because there's too much movement. There's way too much movement. I use black nitrile gloves to dye my hair and clean the house. They don't move around and have air like that when I put them on my hands. And I mean, I wear the size for my hands, so they're like what they're supposed to be. See, look at all that. That's extra spacing. Yeah, these aren't like skin tight on this person. These gloves are too big for their hands. Look how that looks like a sausage finger. Yeah, these gloves are too big for these hands. Look at the other one. This one right here, yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, look at. Yeah, that's not. Look at all the space. He would have had to have like just put these on too, because when you put those nitrile gloves on, if you're like moving around, you're nervous. Like it gets like kind of like wet and sweaty in there if you're like moving around doing stuff. And look how much it's not sticking to his skin. Not sticking to the skin. I'm trying to see if you can see like a beading around the wrist part. That's crazy how it does that. I guess there's like a border on the jacket. Yeah. And see how like, okay, you see how that has a thick embroidery line like on the mask, but you can't see it even whenever it's like at the camera because of the way that the camera light's catching. Wow. I guess they could be powdered, but they're definitely like a size too big, I feel. Look at all that airspace in between. But even the powdered latex ones, like your hands get sweaty on the inside. Honestly, I hate those worse. Grabbing some plants. Such a professional hitman. Ridiculous, I swear. Like in the fingers, there's a lot of give. A lot of space in the fingers, which is rare for a guy. So crazy. Yeah, look how round the eyes are. This is the one. This is the one where people are seeing what they believe is the tattoo. It's the still shot. Okay, let's look at this real quick. See? Right here. This is the glove. This is the jacket. That's a tattoo. That's the only thing that made me not pay any more attention for now to Carlos, because under his wrists are blank. And this just it looks like it could be a tattoo because of the positioning. The glove stops here. The jacket starts here. This is skin. This is skin. And this is something else. And it's just the shape. People were questioning if it could be a cross. But that's what I was looking at when Homeboy was doing all this stuff with his hands. You know what I mean? I was looking for wrists. Let me use a different color. I was looking for his wrists. See this? All of this section right here is dark. So a lot of people think it could be, that would be so stupid. That would be the most ignorant thing this person could possibly do. So yes, it's very possible because people are really dumb. People are really freaking stupid. So it's very possible. But that would be the most ignoramus thing that you can do if you're trying to rob a mofo, is to freaking wear your Apple Watch. It could be. I'm not saying you're wrong. It very well could be. Could be a tattoo. Could be a watch. That'd be so stupid. God dang, that'd be so stupid. It wouldn't shock me, though. It really wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't. I don't know what's going on. I just know it's been 11 days, 12 days now almost. It's 12 days. It's 12:20 in the morning. It's been 12 days. People are idiots. That's what I'm saying. Like, it very well could be a damn Apple Watch, but it'd be really dumb. It's still possible. Still possible. Yeah, I don't know. All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. The plan tomorrow is to do Idaho stuff. Unless something breaks in this case, then we'll figure it out. But I want to discuss the bullshit with the Consalvases and their dumb shit they're doing over on Facebook when it comes to just the blatant lies. I got sent, I don't want to say who sent it to me in case where they're viewing this from gets blocked, but somebody sent me a really long comment of them just going off on a whole bunch of things that have already been proven incorrect by the state, trying to pretend like they know things about things. And it's just so interesting to me that she sits there and tries to school people while going on national television and telling everyone that she's never read a single document. But she can sit there and quote things about his being Brian's papers he wrote. So you sat there and you wrote, you read papers written by the person that you say took out the victims here. But you're also admitting you've never read a single document. So you'll read papers written by the killer, but you won't read physical evidence and court documentation. How does that work? So we're going to talk about it, especially since apparently they're trying to say now that the 11/12 footage is fake. Produce it, because when we paid for it, you got it. And I'm not playing these games with the damn Consalvases. So no, we're going to be addressing that. Oh my God, we're going to be addressing that. I don't know if I'm going to address it in a live or if I'm going to address it in a video that I can edit, because I know that once I start talking about this, I can already feel it because I'm getting angry now. I'm going to be angry. So it'll probably be a pre-recorded video. But you can kiss my ass, Steve and Christy. All of it. You can kiss my big fat ass over and over and over again with your bullshit, because ain't nothing fake except for your lies. And again, when we paid for that FOIA, all the families got that information. Home dude has all the files. So to say that it's fake when it's sitting in his own fucking USB drive is insane to me. Insane. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to check for the WSU lawsuit. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to check for that. We'll talk about that tomorrow too. I feel like there was something else. I'll remember it randomly and put it in the community tab. That's what'll happen. Oh, hey, girl. I didn't even see you come in here. Thank you for the $4.99. If y'all are not going over there and watching Rabbit do her thing, she's been doing her thing for a minute, and she's almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you're not over there, go over there. I watch her a lot when she goes through live with stuff with the David and Celeste case. She does a lot of stuff also with white underbelly people and all the crazy stuff going on with the teenagers that they are just exploiting and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. She does a lot of good work over there. I really like Rabbit. I've liked Rabbit since I got on the scene. I'm always over there looking at her stuff. She's got a good job. Thank you so much for coming in here. Thank you for the $4.99. I do appreciate that so much. Thank you for the $9.99. Wit. Did you see JLR trying to get Epstein last night from a stranger who knew his name? Got in the car and then took him over the mountain behind Carlos's house in the dark. He's crazy. I mean, he's a felon, so he's probably not scared. He's probably not scared. Just saying. Yeah, I like Rabbit. Yeah, he's wild, bro. But then again, he's live. So I guess they figure if something's going to happen, people are going to find out. That's just crazy. Crazy stuff. Now they're saying Nancy had a dog, and where is the dog? I'm sorry? Okay, hold on. What? No, it says Nancy Guthrie does not have a dog. The dog seen in the missing person flyer belongs to her daughter, Savannah. Because there's a picture of her with a black, not a lab. It looks like a poodle. Hold on. Where's my button? Oh, the page is all screwed up. This dog. Right here. So no, this is Savannah's dog, and apparently she had another dog that died back in December. So no, there's no dog that people need to worry about. No, I'm glad that you said something because it's in the poster and it seems to be something that people were wondering about because it's just being talked about over the past couple of hours. So it's something people were curious about. I didn't know. I hadn't seen people talking about it, but it seems like it is something that people were wondering about. So you're good. I'm glad we got to look that up. Do you think the kidnapper knew she had a pacemaker? He didn't know she had a camera. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And I could be wrong. He could just be really bad at what he does. But if you're going to look like you're about to poop your pants looking at a camera, I just don't feel like you had a lot of inside knowledge. I don't know. I really wish that they would tell us how the person got in the house. I really want to know how the person got in the house. And I don't know what at this point is stopping them from telling us that. We're almost 2 weeks in. You're getting a whole bunch of crazy shit when it comes to crypto, all these emails, people trying to just exploit money, but no reward from the family. Does anyone else feel like that's odd? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like it's strange that this rich family is literally not putting an award up. Reward, whatever you freaking call it. Because Savannah's worth money. Yeah, it's odd. Why are you not doing that? Especially knowing how much reach you have. Yeah, I know. That too. I'm surprised they didn't pay when they said they would. Me too. Me too. Because if they would have paid $6 million and then their mother wasn't given to them, do you not think they would have come out here yelling and screaming about how that's why they need our help? Instead, she didn't even mention it, guys. The last video she did a few hours before the deadline, she didn't even mention the fact that there was a deadline or a ransom or anything like that. Just start recording. Turn on your video camera and talk into it and then upload it to YouTube. That's pretty much all you need to do. Turn on your phone and just start talking into it. Yeah, her videos are odd. The political part about this is really bothering me because I don't understand what's happening. I guess I don't understand what's happening because they don't like Trump. And they've been really vocal about how much they don't like Trump, including Nancy. And I don't know why Trump is putting himself in the middle of it. Not to say that they don't like deserve the help, but it just makes it sketchier because of how involved the White House and the FBI and the president is. Along with there being no answers and them going after what is apparently the wrong guy and not being able to like produce shit, basically. Very anti-Trump, anti-ICE, all this stuff. Yeah, if Harsh has a thingy, he probably has like a bunch of details on there. But it sounds like you'd have to be a member to get that, which I don't know why you'd put that kind of information behind a paywall, but okay. But you can email me. I'll answer your questions. I just started recording and then, I had to just figure it out, which kind of sucked, but yeah, you can email me if you want to. But yeah, she's really anti-Trump, anti-ICE, anti-lots of stuff. But which is another reason why people are really wondering, because she had said something in these groups and somebody saw her and maybe targeted her from there. But I'm pretty sure by now. No, Nancy was not for Trump, ma'am. Nancy was not. It's all over her social media. But that's why people were saying that. Because she's really anti. Which, whatever, feel however you feel. But I just find it strange that the FBI are here doing so much and the senator is being called and Trump's talking about it from Air Force One. It's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah, just because the Pacemaker stopped reporting to the app doesn't mean the pacemaker is off. It doesn't mean the pacemaker is not working. It just means it's no longer. It's basically, it went back to old school. Like before we had the internet and the crazy technology and all the Bluetooth stuff coming from pieces of things that you put in your body. It just goes back to the normal stuff. Yeah, it's just a machine that picks up the signal to make sure that it's working. But just because it's no longer connecting doesn't mean it's not working. Yeah, no, that one's not out yet. That's why I'm doing the index on all these photos, because it's been difficult to go in there and get all the damn photos because everything's everywhere. Like they're spread out throughout the whole thing, just random. And then there's somewhere, I don't even know what the frick they are until I go into the reports, because they're like listed by item number, but there's no physical description. And they're like pieces of wall that don't have like corner pieces showing or anything to show that it's like on a railing or at the half wall. It's just like wall. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what the frick that is. So I have to, that's why I'm doing this list so that it's easier to go through that way. No, Kaylee and Maddie's is already out. Since January 2024. What's his name? I mean, you kind of got to give us his name if you want us to look at it. But I can put something out in the, you have a missing persons poster or something like that. I know that a lot of the Native American missing people don't get a lot of coverage at all. Which really does suck. It happens in Canada too. It does really suck. But yeah, if you can give us a name, I can put a missing poster up or put something together. Put some sort of alert out there. Put it on Twitter. Yeah, that really sucks. That does suck. And I mean, I know that she's only getting all this coverage because of whose mother she is. If it was any other random 84-year-old white woman, she probably would not be getting an inkling of the coverage that she's getting now. But that's just how that works. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your brothers are missing for 2 years and not even an article in the paper. That's crazy. I mean, email me names. Give me missing person posters. I might not have time to sit here and put a whole video together for these cases, but there's no reason not to be able to post the information in the community tab or share y'all stuff on Twitter until I have time. It's one of the more recent ones that I posted in the videos. You have to scroll my videos, Valletta. It's only been out. It's been out like a week and a half, I guess. Maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I can put information in the community tab. Doing a video takes a long time. But I can definitely put stuff in the community tab and missing person posters. I don't have an issue with any of that. I actually do it quite a bit over on Twitter. And then I can always go back whenever we do have time to put something together. But yeah, I don't have any issue pushing out y'all's stories. I saw something else I wanted to say something about. Oh, the Idaho 4 footprints was having issues. Not sure if it went through. Let me see. Are you talking about the Murphy ones that you sent me something? Or was it you that sent me those? Oh. Huh. Well, that's sort of interesting. I'll look more at that. That's interesting. I see what you mean. Very possible. So she sent me a picture of these things that people wear on their feet. Let me show y'all this real quick. This is interesting. I didn't know this existed. See that? See that? Like how they look like they might be a little bit like in line a little bit. A little bit. I didn't know those existed. That's interesting. For epoxy floors. That's interesting. I mean, I'm really questioning why there's no footprints anywhere. Anywhere. Because even after, like, whatever happened with Xana, all that blood on the floor, and there's no way the person that attacked Ethan, if Ethan really never left the bed once the attack started, the person would have had to have been all up on the bed. And then all up on the floor where there was blood. And if there's blood underneath Xana's feet, then there would be blood underneath the assailant's feet, and there's no footprints. And people are like, oh, booties. Booties still leave an impression. They still will pick up the liquid and leave the liquid when the next step is made. So that doesn't make sense to me either. It's like someone floated. They just floated, is what they want you to believe. It don't make sense to me. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And people are like, okay, but there's still blood everywhere. What do you mean there's a cleanup? Not everything gets cleaned up in a cleanup. Not everything gets cleaned up in a cleanup. Yeah, the footprints are what's bothering me a lot. Because like I said, even if they had some sort of covering, they would still be leaving some sort of impression somewhere. And there's nothing coming out of Xana's room. There's nothing coming out of the hallway. The person would have had to have like taken off their shoes, their socks, everything about their feet, and then like carried it around the house. And then they would have left their nasty feet sweat DNA all over the house on the floor. So how does that work? I'm so tired of there being all these questions. Proof of what? Is he doing call-ins again? He does call-ins sometimes to get some cray-cray people on there. Let's see this real fast. Wow, what the frick did I just spell? Holy shit. Okay. Oh, no, that's the same guy that we looked at earlier. Yeah, we looked at that ring camera footage earlier. That was at 1:53 in the morning on 2/1. Guy's got 2 backpacks. He's got a hood on his jacket. He's like bald. Yeah, that's the one that was trying to go through the fence. The one that looks like a tweaker guy. Yeah. I just saw it. Yeah, we went over it already. Yeah, it's nowhere. Oh, well, that's the one that's literally showing on his thing. Like right now. You talking about that guy? Are you talking about the little pop-up dude? Let's see. You know, I like these headphones and the way they sound, but I don't like the way that they do all this weird shiz. I don't. Okay. Where's the guy talking?
This is the
close.
Guy and looking for somebody to talk to or something like that. Talk to the cops. Let me see what he has.
Hey, anybody that knows, if there's anybody from the news channels watching this, I need to talk to you. For real. Or I'm just going to come in there myself. But
Well, thank you. And tell your wife I said hello. Thank you both for being here. I do have a couple different couples that watch me together. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't feel like sitting around and playing this stupid ass game no more. So I'm about to just go to the news with all my proof about this game and who's putting it on and who.
People like this, I want to slap the shit out of. People like this, I want to slap the shit out of. You're out here. I'm about to go to the news. I'm tired of playing these games. Go do something. Why are you running your stupid ass mouth on social media? Go to the police. Go do what you're supposed to do if you've got information. People like this, I hate, bro. I hate people like this so much. Y'all just have no idea. Oh, y'all have no idea.
Ass game no more. So I'm about to just go to the news with all my proof
Slap that off
about this game and who's putting it on and who's watching it and everything else. So
bro.
just gonna tear the whole thing down. Fuck it.
Sure.
Since y'all want to dick around and act like you ain't do it, you know, I got all the proof in the world.
See
all
that?
the proof.
Got all the proof in the world. This dude don't know shit. I promise you right now. His eyes look kind of interesting. Look at that eye shape.
I need to talk to you.
William something.
For real. Or I'm just going to come in there myself, but
I can see that it says William, but I can't see what else it says.
Yeah, I don't feel like sitting around and playing this stupid ass game no more. So I'm about to just go to the news with all my proof.
He had it when he was showing it, and then it went down too far.
I need to talk to you. For real. Or I'm just gonna come in there myself, but
you ain't about shit. Hell, you ain't about shit. Stop. Oh, come on. I want to see the name. Why you did this to me, Mel? Why you did this to me? It's just like William something official 1.
But it knows.
I don't know.
If there's anybody from the news channels watching this, I need to talk to you. For real. Or I'm just gonna come in there myself, but yeah, I don't feel like sitting around and playing this stupid ass game no more. So I'm about to just go to the news with all my proof about this game and who's putting it on and who's watching it and everything else. So just gonna tear the whole thing down. Fuck it. Since y'all want to dick around and act like you ain't do it, you know, I got all the proof in the world. All the proof. So we'll just do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody wants to contact me and tell me otherwise, I'm about to just go to Channel 8 with it. With all of the fucking documentation and proof and evidence and everything that you're doing this. No, you let me know. You might have time, but time's a luxury I don't have. So, you know, and you don't have time either, in case you didn't know that.
Not like the ransom, that the time and this and time and that.
Because I'm about to put this whole shit on the map for real. Fuck it. I'll just see what the world thinks about what you're doing.
What's the comment section saying? Let's see what they're saying in the comment section. What a great way to get traffic on a video. I'm still at this point, Chris.
Yeah, you ain't about shit, bro. You don't know shit about shit, bro. Or else you'd be telling the cops. I don't have time. I don't have time. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's dumb. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. That's my point. That's what I mean. Like, why don't you just say it? Why don't you just say it? I don't have time for that. That's what I'm saying. I know. That's what I was saying too. Yeah, his eyes are interesting. But he doesn't have, like, he's not doing anything. He's dumb. Dumb. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I cannot believe it's so freaking late. It's 12:45 in the freaking morning. Oh my God. All right. Thank you so much for sitting in here with me and watching all this crazy stuff and trying to get caught up on everything. This is such a crazy ass case. We'll be doing stuff with Idaho tomorrow. Definitely going live. I'll look for the WSU lawsuit before I go to bed tonight. See what's going on with that. That's what we'll probably end up going over. I know we still have to do a couple other things. We'll just roll with the punches and do it as we do it. That's just how it's going to have to work. You guys have a great night. Get some sleep. I'm going to go ahead and roll this out real quick. Oh, hold on a minute. Thank you for the new members. And for those of you that have been in here for a super long time and the super stickers and the super chats, I'm going to have to message Rabbit because I know she's super busy. She probably came in here for like 2 minutes and I missed it. I'm going to have to message her over on Twitter. So thank you for that. And thank you for that too, Wit. I very much appreciate it. I am going to go ahead and roll this out now. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. All right, you guys. See y'all.